Opa! Welcome everybody to Stavvy's World, 904-800-STAV. Paul, that's right, boys. You think you're the only ones who do a radio intro?
The kid's got a hotline.
Call in, we'll solve your problems. We got the Are You Garbage boys on the couch. How we doing, fellas?
We're doing good, buddy. Thank you for having us.
Yeah, man. Always a good time.
Yeah.
Good to see you.
Good to see you, boys. It's almost a little more than a year. Are you less comfortable on the couch than you were? I thought you were on Ozempic. Have you gotten fatter? What's going on?
Whoa, hey, what's with these fucking accusations? Hey.
I feel like you were more comfortable on the first one. Is this? I just feel like I'm not providing a comfortable couch for my guests.
Talk about me being in my head for the next 90 minutes. First thing, you look very unwell.
I didn't say unwell. I said uncomfortable.
Did you get more bloated?
No, he's down, and I'm down. I'm down a handful too. Yeah.
Maybe it's a posture thing. I don't know what it is.
Could be a posture.
I think Jesus Christ, I thought I was setting myself up nice.
No, dude,
Last time I was falling off this thing.
All right, never mind.
I will say from where I'm at, I see more room on that couch.
Oh,
Okay,
dude,
maybe it's an angles thing.
I was on his lap
Maybe it's an
last
angles
time.
thing. All right, maybe before there was the comfort of you guys basically hugging.
Smudging into each other.
What happened? You were using Foley as a chair.
Yes,
you were using. So that's what
we were doing. The Santa Claus.
Yeah. All right, never rescinded. Strike it from the record. Tell the stenographer it's out.
Yeah,
and may the jury forget it.
We did Giannis's podcast right when I started Ozempic, and for some reason I took like this little chaise lounge in the middle of the thing.
It's an ottoman. Like not even one with supports in it, just all like stuff with stuffing ottoman. He's like, I'll be okay on this, dude.
Brutal.
And the fans, dude, but they did a snapshot of the beginning and the end.
Yeah.
Dude, at the end, it's literally this big. It goes from 18 inches down to like 2.5 inches.
It
He's sweating, his hair fell out. Oh, it's great.
Oh, dude, when I did
Brutal.
have you guys done Soder's podcast?
Not yet.
When I did Soder's pod, that couch is not for the fat. That couch has no back support. I was literally like this. I was like this, and I was trying.
Sitting like Biggie.
I was like, yeah, no, I'm comfortable. Dude, it was so embarrassing. I spent 17 minutes just shifting and trying to be cool about it and not being like, good Christ, what is happening?
I like a desk. I like a podium. Nice podium.
Podiums. I mean, you'll notice there's a lot of support on this bad boy.
That's a good chair.
Yeah.
What is that, West Elm?
I wish it's, well, I don't wish, actually. It's like the good folks at Ikea, they make a good product every once in a while.
There you go.
The good stuff's good.
The good stuff is good. It's expensive. It's like more expensive, but it's better than spending like, I got this chair for $14.99. You're like, that ain't
You know
holding
you're
up.
a bozo when you have one of those Ikea fucking cabinets and the bottom falls out like in your underwear drawer.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
Foley, you look like a guy to me that doesn't really protect his personal data online. Boy, do I have just the product for you and just the product for our beautiful Stavvy's World listeners. ExpressVPN.com. That's right. I personally am an ExpressVPN.com user. Secure your online data today by visiting ExpressVPN.com/Stavvy. That's ExpressVPN.com/Stavvy, and you can get an extra 3 months free. ExpressVPN.com/Stavvy. Check it out right now. I know you need to do that, Hank. Or how shallow the Ikea furniture used to was.
Yeah.
And how thin the fucking drawers were. I mean, they really do make absolute trash stuff at the lowest levels.
Sure. Dude, what's even worse, my wife will go, they have the as-is section. It's like shit that's been broken or returned. And she'll show it to me. Dude, it'll be like a fucking 6-foot like dresser. And she'll be like, how about this? It's already pre-made. I'm like, how are we going to get that back to fucking... How are we going to get that into our apartment? That's not fitting in my key.
It's got a refrigerator door on the front of it.
Oh, that sounds nice.
Such shit, dude. It's such shit.
What is the this is interesting, and not to turn the tables on you on your usual format.
What are you talking about?
But what's the most expensive furniture you guys have purchased?
Probably my bed, I think.
Bed.
I bought a king size mattress, king size bed is probably I don't know what
just
it was.
The size. You're not even talking about quality.
No,
you're just saying for the first time in your life you got a king size.
Well, the first one I had was through the good folks over at Helix. Shout out to you.
Yeah, absolutely. I believe we all have Helix. The whole team has Helix mattresses.
They're great.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, I would say bed probably.
Bed. Okay.
Yeah.
Come on. Give me
Mine's
something better.
mine's our sectional that we got from. This was years ago that we got. We still have that we got from Wayfair.
Okay.
What? That's known dog shit.
Because they got
The sex trafficking website, I believe, right? Weren't they saying that like Hillary Clinton was putting women in filing cabinets
Yeah, it's like
for
if you
Wayfair?
Order the armoire, it came with 2 Filipino kids.
I gotta feed this kid now. Jesus Christ. But we paid that off for years. It was like
Paid off a Wayfair couch.
it was like $2,000.
You were paying interest on a Wayfair
It
couch.
cost him $13,000.
It's like a mortgage. I think it was like $3,000.
He's just paying interest the first year.
It's all big.
there's no principal being paid that at all.
Payments. Yeah, I
That's
think we got
awesome.
that paid off a couple of months ago.
There you go, buddy. Congrats.
I'm sure it's broken already.
Congratulations.
But the resale goes up on that.
How about
Oh,
you?
yeah.
What's one big thing you splurged on?
You know what I actually
Because it's not the couch we're sitting on.
No. We were just talking about how pathetic the studio is. How I mean, the cover's disgusting.
Sure.
A lot of diet root beer has been
Well, also,
spilled on
I
that.
think we were probably one of the first people.
You were. You got it fresh.
So the chair.
You know what's funny?
To go back to how uncomfortable we look at the moment. We
yeah.
were on a brand new
That's
couch.
true,
At the time.
that's true, that's
this
true.
thing, dude, the ass has been
That's
shot
true.
out of
That's
this
true. A
thing.
lot of fat people have sat on that.
It's like from a fraternity house.
Yes, it does have that. You know what? They weren't the. Who was the first we recorded? Was
You only
it-
had a handful.
Was
I
it them?
think. No, I don't think we were the absolute first.
I
We
don't
were
remember.
early.
I don't
Because
remember.
Sam was the first we
recorded.
published, but it wasn't the first one. Because there's a chance you're the first people who sat on this cover, and you will be the last. Because we're taking a break after this, and we will at the very least get a new cover, maybe even a new couch.
Oh
There you
shit!
go.
Let's
Check out
not-
Wayfair.
let's-
Right?
yeah.
They have good financing terms.
Foley,
Tell them I sent you.
can I buy the debt on the thing off you? Give me a third of the sectional.
You want to go in on it with me? It's like a timeshare.
You're upside down in a sectional. Why don't you?
You're underwater, brother.
Why don't you flip it to me?
I'll take on the toxic asset.
I gotta say, I know you're smart with your money and stuff like that. But with the things you're doing now, I would love to see a
Yeah.
monster purchase. From
Yeah,
you.
yeah,
I would
yeah, I
love to
know.
see you pulling up somewhere
Yes.
in a Lamborghini.
I get many friends have been like, just buy a car. I literally was driving my mother. Well, actually, I used to drive Eldest. In 2011, Eldest purchased a Toyota Corolla that he had no business buying. He just went to go to a. Literally, we were.
Man, things are rough when you have no business.
Oh,
buying a
dude, he
Toyota
had no
Corolla.
business. Back then,
Who
we're
do you
fresh
think
out
you
of
are with
college.
that Hyundai?
We're fresh out of college. Me and Eldest had talked. You know, we've been obviously everybody knows we've known each other forever. He was like, I think I might get it. He was driving his mother's Corolla or Camry at the time, right?
Maybe. Yeah.
Good car.
And
It was
They
a
are good
Corolla.
cars.
and then
They last.
and then he just went. He bought a car. He was like, I'm just gonna go to the dealership. Gets hustled, 100%. Some fucking greasy cocksucker got it.
I got a real good story about getting hustled.
Saw
at a car
young
dealership.
red-faced Sula over here, and he was like, I'm about to bang this little cocksucker for all he's worth. Hopefully he can still get a student loan and pay this car off that way.
So you gotta go back to school to get a car.
I was like, I graduated college. I got a job making $30,000 a year, and I'm living at home. I'm ready to buy a brand new car.
I love to.
That's the dirtbag mentality.
That is my mentality.
So he does this, right? And he has it for like a year. How long? A year or two?
Yeah, it was like a year and
A
change.
year. Then he's like, I'm moving to New York. Every fat bearded kid from the suburbs, every fat bearded white guy, Brooklyn is like, when they turn
Mecca.
22, it's
Yeah,
like
you have
they're.
to go for it's the
That's
Holy
eat,
Land.
pray, love for a fat, for a fat only has.
I hear you can get shawarma 24/7.
Yeah.
Birthright, baby.
Yeah, he was on Birthright. He was on.
yeah.
He was on fucking indie rock / random music and flannel Birthright, and he sells me. Then I bang him. Like I basically treat him worse than the fucking used car salesman. I'm
Sure.
like, look, I know you're fucked here, pal. Sell me the car for less than market value.
Stop
about a shark.
squeezing extra 500 out of me over a sushi
And a full
lunch.
tank of gas.
I was like, this cocksucker.
I love it, dude.
I took him out to sushi like he was a client.
You're in a full suit.
That's right.
Interesting
$30 all you
trades.
can eat sushi. That was a 470. I was up 470
Yeah.
on that fucking sushi
You gotta
lunch.
spend money to make money, baby.
He gave him a Ravens helmet.
Yeah.
Called it a deal.
So then I had it, and then I sold it to my brother when I moved to New York.
Jesus.
And then I got it back from him, and then I was driving it.
On him?
Yeah,
Pulled the note.
Kind of repo it.
No, my brother's also dumb, European trash. He was like, I need a brand new SUV. When he did the exact same thing Eldest did.
Sure.
I was trying to be like, don't be like Eldest. We're smarter than Albanians. Don't do this. And he immediately just gets he makes the same thing, $30,000 job.
Well, I think like dirtbags get like $4,000 in in their checking account.
Yes.
They're like, the world is mine.
My brother couldn't handle it.
Amen, brother.
Yeah. And so I buy it back for my brother, and now my mother is driving it in Baltimore. But that's the last car I purchased. And it was from Eldest and then from my brother. But I don't drive.
I would love to take a look at that car. That thing's got a stink.
Man.
Corolla, baby. She's still kicking.
That thing got worn down. It was like seeing your ex with a shit bag. After you. It's like some guys don't know how to treat a girl.
That's
The
what she's
fucking
doing?
armrest was like dented in.
You left me for this guy? I loved you.
Yeah.
Dude, I had a Kia for a long, when the pod started doing okay, I crashed.
Yeah.
I had a 2005 Mercury Montego, crashed that into a taxi cab, had to get a new car.
Love that.
They gave me, I think, like a buck.
Was it your fault?
Yeah.
The Montego?
The
Yeah,
Montego, I
gotcha.
crashed. They didn't even go through insurance or anything. I just smashed it up.
Wow.
Smashed mine, and I was just like, I got to get rid of this. It's like it would get stuck in park, and I couldn't get it out of drive.
Yeah.
I used to, like, if I had to pull up somewhere where there was valet, I had a note saying, like, hey, just keep working it. It'll loosen up. You know what I mean? And it was written on the back of an air freshener package. It's just like, it gets stuck sometimes.
Yeah, just keep working it.
So
Where on earth were you going in that car that had valet?
Well, that's a loose term. Yeah, I trumped it up. That's
Do they have valet at CC's Pizza Buffet?
there was a
Pulling up to the buffet at the Waldorf. Beverly Hills Cop.
Park it out front, will you? No, there
Don't
was
leave it running.
some like parking lots. Like you would go to in the
yeah.
city, you'd have
Sure,
to turn your car over to them. But so then I crashed that, and the only car I could get was a Kia. Was a 2021 Kia Forte. They were the only people that would give me a new car. My credit was so bad, I had no money. They were the only people that would give me a new car. So I was like, all right, well, I've been driving this car that's fucking 15 years old or whatever. Like, awesome, brand new car. Never had one. This is amazing.
Yeah.
So I get that, and then like a year and a half later, that gets stolen by the Kia boys. Get it? That's gone.
Oh yeah, because Kia, in fact, Baltimore City, I believe, is suing Kia.
Everybody, there's a class action lawsuit. I'm getting my $3,200.
They're so easy to steal. They're like, you just kind of.
It's crazy, dude. So like, we ended up finding it. There was like dudes smoking crack in it. It was crazy. It was not.
Which I apologize for.
Foley from the past. He got a time machine.
We were at Dawson's Creek.
24-year-old Foley with a time machine. Didn't think to see what stocks were doing good. Didn't think to get knowledge to bring back to the past. He was like, I know I could smoke some crack in this Kia.
Is that Kippy's Kia? Get it. It's cool. He's my boy. He gave me permission. So that gets stolen. I'm just like fed up. I'm like, you know what? I've never had like a really I'm going to buy a fucking nice car. And I wanted, for whatever reason, I had a Lincoln Aviator stuck in my head. Right?
Lincoln Aviator.
Yeah, the Navigator's too big for the city. It's too big.
Aviator, I think you could argue,
couldn't
too
afford
big.
It was a little big, right? So my wife was like, "Yeah, that's too bad." I was like sending her pictures. She was visiting family in Germany, so I'm like, I'm getting a
Lincoln Aviator.
Dude, I'm getting a Lincoln Aviator. So
I'm a middle-class black father. I'm a light-skinned guy with a fucking tan hat on,
with an IT
who is driving to church.
I have the Bluetooth immediately.
A Lincoln Aviator. That's fucking awesome.
Pair of Stacey Adams on. Car was spotless.
Dude, I know. So I go, and this young, real ambitious kid, real smooth talk, quick talker, like talking over you and shit. And I was like, dude, I'm leaving with a car. I don't have a car.
Yes.
I'm leaving. I have to leave with a car. You can only fuck this up. And I checked my credit before I went. It was like 715 or something.
Okay,
which
you had rehabilitated.
I had rehabilitated. I got it when I
But that knocks you right there when you check it.
Yeah.
So you were probably down to 550 when you walked in the door.
200-point swing, dude. So I go, and he's like, yeah. And I'm like, I'm kind of fucking, I'm big dick, I'm feeling good. I'm like, I'll take that. Like, I take the one. It was like a custom.
Give me seat warmers. You know what I mean?
Everything.
The whole
I want the
thing.
cameras. And
I've made 4 payments I've made 4 car payments on time in a row. Give me everything. You know what I mean? Like,
you're not wrong. Dude. And my car payment for the Kia was like, I think like $213.
Right,
This
right,
one's
right,
like,
right.
this is a fucking payment. You know what I mean? So I'm like, I got it. You know, and I'm like, he's like, what do you do? I'm like, I'm a big comedian. Like, I'm like, really fucking.
You're just lying to make yourself feel better in the negotiation.
These motherfuckers don't know me. I'm at a Lincoln dealership in North Jersey.
Yeah.
Give me the fucking keys, cocksucker.
He Googles you.
He's like, you only have 2,000 followers.
Yeah, he drops it. He actually drops. He Googles you. He drops the price. He's like, I don't feel right.
You can't do this.
I don't feel right charging you this much, man. I've seen your digital footprint.
So you're playing at the Learning Annex tonight?
What's the grizzly bear? So I go, all right, I want this one. He's like, all right, cool. So he's like calling up the credit people, and there's some kind of weird thing. Like I see the speed bumps start to happen. I've been turned down from enough purchases in my life that I can see this going south already. So
interesting. That's so funny. You've gotten turned down multiple times.
Oh yeah.
When they get up from the desk and walk somewhere else, you know, it's not looking good.
I knew I was jammed up when he goes, let me just call him. I'm like, oh, this ain't good.
Let me try the other computer.
Yeah.
So like they're on the case. There's like the the lending officer. Now I know I'm jammed up because the main salesman. They pulled rank on him. He's got no swing. He's like, come on. Like, he's trying.
He wants the commission.
He's begging. So I'm like, I'm fucked.
Guy's got no shoes on. You can't sell him a car.
But at this point, I already picked the one from the show. Like, I test drive one, but then, like, it had, like, a cool color package. The seats, the leather seats were, like, brown. The outside was green. It was, like, dark green. I'm like, that's awesome. The one I want. And it was on the floor in the showroom. So they open. I'm like, they're like, get this ready. This guy's buying this. Yeah. They start doing the wheels. They have to open up the front of the dealership to pull the car out.
Oh, my God.
And as he's pulling it out, and everybody, dude, now there's everybody's long. Oh,
they got the big scissors out.
The mayor's there. There was another guy getting it. I'm like, I'm getting this one. An older guy. I'm like, this one, I'm taking this.
Yeah,
and he's like, shit, all right. So it's like it's a to-do.
Unless you want to go halvesies on it.
And then, every other weekend.
He's like, can you be my co-signer? You ask the other guy buying the car to co-sign for you?
Dude, so they're pulling it out, and somebody came and she was like, no, hold, dude. And I am so embarrassed. I'm like, you bring me here, you embarrass me in front of these guys. I'm like, I'm walking.
I'm gone. She's like, hold on. This guy has $4,000 in Blockbuster credit card debt. He has a Walden Books credit card.
Well, the thing they told me, they were like, nobody does this. Like, let's say the payment was like $700 or $600 or whatever it was. They were like, nobody goes from a $200 payment to a $700. Like, only drug dealers and rappers do that. Right. And they're like, so we can't approve.
Oh, because the Kia was too shitty.
The Kia was too shitty. They're like, give me the Kia. I'm like, I'm not giving you I'm not getting involved. Just give me the car.
Right.
And they ended up fucking no deal. I had to fucking walk out with my tail between my legs.
That's embarrassing, dude.
Bozo.
Did you get anything? Did you end up getting a different car?
I did. I bought a used Mercedes SUV off Carvana.
That's awesome.
That for sure was in a flood. This thing is not great.
Yeah, you still got it?
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah, dude.
It's
was that the scam that you earlier you were talking about a time you got scammed?
No, I said I had a bit. No, that was just the dealership story. Okay, no scam, just jammed up.
I know you've gotten scammed many times. There's no way.
Scammed?
I mean, I guess other than prostitutes, maybe not.
Told you about the couch.
You already told me. Yeah.
Fucking thing's a lemon. I've never really been scammed before. I don't think. I had a hooker one time.
I've been on the business end. Yeah, that just happens. That's
That's part of the cost of doing business.
I think I was all
the numbers game.
I was all strung out years and years and years ago when I was up here the first time I was living in Sunnyside. I was looking for a party girl.
I believe you told this story. Right? Wasn't this when the balloon popped?
No, that was another time.
Oh, okay.
Well, believe it or not, he got more than one hooker. So.
Thanks for rubbing that in. It was the
You already told us you're a
Nah,
huge loser.
I was like, yeah, party girl, whatever. And they're like, okay. And then there was a knock at the door, and she's like, hey, you got to give me the money. I got to go get it. And she wasn't even dressed sexy. She was wearing like a flannel shirt.
UPS shirt on.
She was like a middle-aged lady. She's like, I'll be right back. I'm like, all right. Handed her like $600. As soon as I closed the door, I was like, oh, fuck. She ain't coming back.
Yeah.
But other than that, no.
Oh, interesting.
Nah.
Okay.
I've never had any money to get, and I would buy something big enough where a scam would be involved.
Right.
You know what I mean? It was like
I remember a fake ID. I got kind of scammed on a fake ID.
Okay.
Where it was like I just didn't look like the guy,
Sure.
but there had been already so many steps
Asian guy?
that I was like, yeah, he just was like, and he was like 8 years older than me. I was like, looked nothing like him, and I was like, well, I don't want this guy to think I'm not cool. It's like just such loser behavior where I'm like, I should just be like, I'm good, man.
How much was it? How much was the ID?
Probably $80.
Yeah,
that just brought that back. We did get scammed from an ice cream guy in our neighborhood.
You say the Choco Taco? He would give me a screwball.
He would buy us beer. We were young.
Okay.
I mean, we were like 14 maybe. And we all had, gathered, there was like 7 of us. We all gathered the money we had. It was probably like $100. And we're like, here, man, go. And he came back with half a six, like three, like
3 beers.
3 beers. It was like, here you go, guys. And then just
Shipping
drove
and handling,
off.
dude. What are you gonna do?
But also, like, we didn't know how much beer cost,
Yeah,
so we're like,
yeah.
oh, thanks, man. And then, like, everybody, he drove away. We're like, we just all got fucking ripped off.
Yeah. Could be a lot. That story could be a lot worse. That's kind of asking to get molested right there.
No kid.
Sure.
You
He was a nice guy. I was just paying the bozo tax.
Of course. I never did. I always had like family member. Greek people will really buy you booze.
Sure.
I never really had to like ask a stranger. We never did that.
Did you have
was the
booze
only
in the
time I
house
ever
all
did
the
it.
time too? Was there booze in your house?
Not really. I have a sneaking suspicion. Well, my grandfather was an alcoholic.
Okay.
Big time. And I think my mom kind of... And then I have a sneaking suspicion that my father, if he drank more, would have been... Because the only memories I have of my dad drunk, he is so insanely fucked up.
Really?
Like there's videos of him at like my brother's baptism, and he's literally being carried out of a baptism. And he wasn't a drunk like my dad. He wasn't.
Yeah.
And then one time, there's somebody. I think it literally might have been another baptism. Maybe the boy just liked getting lit at baptism.
Sure.
And it was
Sunday
at the same
afternoon.
place. Shout out to Jimmy Seafood. A lot of baptisms happened there in Dundalk, Maryland. And I was like 15. I had just gotten my learner's permit, and I had been begging him. I was like, "Can you take me driving? Like, I really want to." And he was like, no, it's, you're not ready yet. And then he was so shit-faced. He was like, "Time for your first lesson." And it was just get him home from Jimmy
I'll be
Seafood.
sleeping in the back.
I had never driven. He had a huge white work van.
Hit McDonald's real quick.
Yeah, it was crazy. And there was a big fucked up curve in that road. Like, I know it's not a long drive. It's mostly just you go down one street, but the street kind of curves.
Tactical. You got to be on it.
And I had never driven. And
How old were you?
I was like 15.
Okay.
And so I just I'm straight up in the other lane. Like I'm not prepared for the curve, and I just like, it's like the road goes this way and the van is just going straight through, dude. And he literally just yanked it drunk as shit from me, and I was like, oh, I'm scared. And then he's like, all right, I'll park it.
Sitting next to eating coconut shrimp. Fucking
Dude.
fucked up.
He was like, good job. And then the next day he was like, to I guess play it off like it was all part of his plan. He's like, okay, time for your next lesson. And then he just tries to get me on the highway immediately.
Really?
And then he's like, ugh, pull over. Like I failed him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just classic dad bullshit where he's like, you're just not ready. It's like, how about a parking lot in like a sedan before the highway
In a work truck.
in your white work van?
That for sure wouldn't pass inspection.
No chance, no chance. Yeah, it was one of those with only the 2 seats in the front and everything was just loose and
rattling
shit.
around and shit in the back.
I feel like you gotta you always had to have that moment with your dad when he was teaching. There always had to be a little fricas, a little trouble, a little argument or something like that.
Yeah, I mean that was the only. He literally those 2 times, then one time he in a parking lot, and then he was like, and he was like, whatever.
Did you ever do lessons or anything?
With driving school?
Yeah,
went to
we
driving.
With the
did
2-seater with the guy on the other side.
Guy on the other side.
No shit.
It was there was a guy teaching, and then there was like a like Asian lady who I think I was just like, who taught me how to parallel park, and it was like, and I was in love with her for teaching me like basic information. And she was like a 6, you know what I mean?
Sure.
She's like maybe a 5, but I'm a teenager.
Sure.
Who's like any
You're in
woman,
a car with a woman.
Any woman I'm that close quarters with, and I was like, hey mom, you think maybe we could get up a little holiday basket for fucking? And my mom was like, you will never see that woman again. I will not waste my cookies on her. My mom was pissed that I even suggested we give her a gift.
A holiday
I like you trying to close though.
Yeah,
Like, you know
I mean,
what
I don't know what I thought was going to happen. I was like, yeah, I'm going to need some extra
need ideas,
parking
though.
lessons.
Some Anna said cookies ought to fucking put you over the top with her.
Fuck, what was it called? It was such a, and my driving school was so funny. It was all, I mean, it's in like Dundalk, Maryland, right? I've talked about it quite a bit. It's our kind of you know, the what's the Delco, I believe is the equivalent. And it was just like the fucking stupidest people you've ever met in your life.
Dude,
and there's people that
mine.
had gotten like failed a bunch of times, and there was like one guy who was like had a DUI and had to go to class. And it was just like, and then a lot of them knew each other, but yeah, I just wanted to fuck this just like lady who taught, because she was
How
just
old
a
was
woman.
she? Probably 30?
She's probably 30 at most, but you know,
Yeah.
you're 15.
Of
It's
course,
like anyone who's not, anyone over 22, you're like, is she 40?
Yeah,
she's
you
a
know?
woman.
It's a woman to
yeah.
me, baby.
We didn't do driving school, but we had to do insurance class.
Insurance class?
Yeah, like to get a better insurance rate. Because we were young drivers, we had to go after we went and took our test. We had to go to the community college and take a class like 4 Saturdays in a row, and then you were able to turn that into the insurance company, and they give you like a decent rate, like a safety class, like how to do this, how to do that. But it was all kids from different schools.
There were no computer. This is the nice thing where you remember that Foley has a generation on everyone. It's like there's probably no computers involved in your drive.
Nothing. It was all,
there was no there was no like taking the permit test on a computer.
That was it. Chiseling on a rock.
What was the first car? What was your first car?
First car was a 1988 Chevy Spectrum.
Ooh, older than me and Eldest.
Yeah, that's funny. A little stick shift that my dad bought for us. For like $500 because it was technically my brother's car, but I got it when he went to college. But I remember I was such a fucking piece of shit of a kid, like thinking like Chevy, like I didn't know what it was, and you couldn't look it up back then. Like I couldn't Google what it looked like. And it was this little shitty hatchback. And I remember when he pulled up with it, like he went to work. He got his buddy to take him to work so he could pick the car up and drive it home. And he pulled in the driveway with it, and he got out of the car, and I walked out. I was like, "That's it."
And he's like, what a little
insufferable dude!
What a piece of shit! You've done nothing in your life. You probably have bad grades. You're probably a bad son.
Nothing but trouble. Nothing.
That's it.
Nothing but headache. He's like, "Are you fucking kidding me?"
Probably 3 months of his salary spent on you too. You fat piece of shit.
You're like, fine, I'll drive this drunk.
But I'm not gonna like it. Dad, how am I gonna score in this thing? Fucking dirtbag.
Did you ever get your ungrateful penis touched in the Chevy?
In the Chevy Spectrum, I don't think so. On the weekends, I would take his truck. He had like he had a cool Nissan truck that I would take.
Okay.
Yeah. And in the Maxima once or twice.
Okay.
With my high school girlfriend, we hooked up in there.
Nice.
Not my scene though. I'm not really that.
You're not a
not the car now.
Well, you weren't fat back then.
No, I was like $170.
Yeah, because that is certainly a limiting factor. The fatter you get. If I had to have sex in a car right now, it would have to be like a U-Haul, and not even the smallest one they have. It would have to be the one up from the
box truck.
It would have to be their smallest box truck. Couldn't be a cargo van.
Yeah. But it's funny you mentioned that because yesterday, this might be a little too graphic. I apologize.
Sure,
but I was pleasuring myself yesterday.
Thank you for editing. You were about to say jerked off, and you said you were pleasuring yourself.
So there I am wailing on myself, and I was able to go down and do it like normal.
Wow.
Like that. I swear to God, I haven't been able to do that in years.
Wait. You can't, like, you mean
like
just...
it'd be too uncomfortable to go like that. But like now I can.
Wow. That's a big milestone.
Full heart.
Now let me ask you this. How did you jack off then? If that was,
he's got a very unique method.
I'd love to learn about this.
Funny you mentioned
this. This is great.
It's so disturbing.
I can't wait to hear because I'm fatter. I'm fatter than I've ever been. Still no problems regular jacking off. So that's
all right.
And I have a small penis. Don't think I have any long. I don't have any long arms. So anyway,
I would only tell you this.
Thank you. Thank you. This is fucked up. This is going to open up a whole new world of fat jerking off for me.
This is the exclusive right here. So for some reason, ever since I was a little kid,
Okay, all right.
I've been very aware of the fremulon.
The fremulon?
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Is it the thing in the middle?
Underneath the head where all the sensitivity is.
Which is because a lot of times snipped when
Right.
or affected.
As
That's
a snipped man.
As a snipped man myself, they snipped me a little too much.
Right.
You can hit it with a blowtorch.
Right,
it don't matter,
right,
dude.
right,
Yeah,
right,
yeah,
right,
Hey,
yeah.
Doc, I said a trim. You know what I mean?
I see what you're saying. The little, right under the head.
The hook, yeah.
Yes,
The
yes.
banjo string.
Yes.
That's exactly what I'm talking about. Let me tell you, I play like a
Bing, bing, bing,
boy.
bing, bing, bing,
does
bing,
that.
bing, bing, bing. Well, the devil went down to Georgia.
He was looking for a soul to steal, and I gave him a couple.
Foley challenges the devil to a frenulum playing contest. Ding, 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 ding,
that
ding,
boy
ding,
can
ding,
play.
ding, 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 ding. He's got a fucking like a fiddle.
the bow.
Yeah, the fiddle bow.
So I just
jacking off. Is that the answer, Foley? You play with a fucking.
I pull out my bow. I got it like a slide guitar.
Jacking off with a theremin. Those glasses over your dick.
Like Peter Frampton, that big wah wah wah. Do you feel like I do? So I mean, I rub that. I rub that.
Oh, rub.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's
like
it.
a
By the
clit.
scruff,
Go
yeah.
like that.
You literally jack off
He
like a
fingers
woman.
himself.
You literally finger your clit.
Literally.
You
And-
flick your own clit.
And the fatter that I got, I wouldn't really be able to get hard, so I could do it when I'm soft. And no one's none the
You figured out a
wiser.
way to soft jack off.
Dude, no
Wow.
Crack the
foreplay.
code. What do you mean?
He just starts fingering
Salute,
himself.
dude. That's I know. We need Fat History Month.
Gentlemen.
You're our George Washington Carver. We need H. Foley. Long after his penis ceased to be hard, figured out a way to pleasure himself.
And then in the early 2000s, when Foley got so heavy.
Well, it started actually because of cocaine that his dick couldn't get hard.
Yeah, there you go.
But then it transferred nicely when he became morbidly obese.
Also, I love the determination of he's like sitting there wailing on himself. He can't get hard. He's like, all right, fuck it. I'm going in for the
Yeah.
sniper shot.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Just like, dude, imagine just fucking wailing on yourself till it works. That's crazy.
Well, I did used to do a very primitive method of this, I think. It was probably part of it. I was rub my dick on my hand as a child.
Sure.
So it's similar clit style jerking off.
Yes.
But, you know, I have since mastered.
You've learned better.
I have since mastered the classic.
Sure.
The classic method of, you know. Now, would you have to walk women through licking your clit, or
No, I wouldn't
That's
have-
just for you.
Yeah, that's
Get the vibrator
that's just
out.
for me.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I wouldn't do that. Did I ever have anybody do that?
You should start. I
should
would. If
start.
that's your button, let him press it. What are we doing here?
I've never felt comfortable
Yeah,
with
yeah.
Up, down. Let's
So,
go.
yeah. You could get pegged and get your little dick rubbed, dude.
Ooh,
Doesn't
that's not a
sound
bad
bad.
idea.
Yeah.
He's speaking my language.
God. No, he's never going to leave the
You
house.
get a couple of those Dr. Browns in me. You might find out, big boy.
Never going to get him into the studio.
Fully getting his tits sucked, his pussy rubbed, and his ass fucked.
He's got all makeup on and stuff.
Walking out with a
Sounds
broken
awesome.
pair of high heels.
That sounds fucking
You're gonna call
awesome,
me, right?
dude.
Hey, boys.
I might have showed somebody that once.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Didn't last. That's too powerful knowledge for her.
Yeah.
Yeah, she wasn't
that's
prepared.
usually a
Imagine
pretty big
hearing
turn
that.
on.
You're
Yeah.
like, what the fuck? You don't want me to get it hard? You just want me to pinch it?
Like Ralph Ciparetto.
Yeah, I mean, listen, when you're not, I've definitely, you know, I have found in my scientific studies, women really are troopers when your dick doesn't get
They
hard.
really are.
Very
man.
rarely.
They really
very
are.
rare. Maybe it's different for a skinny guy whose dick doesn't get hard, but I do think there's something when, if you've signed up to fuck either me or Foley,
Yeah.
you got a sneaking suspicion there's a 30% chance you're getting hard dick.
But you have to enter into an agreement with that. You know that you've laid all your cards on the table,
Right.
and this is probably the last time you're going to see this person. Like, there's no, like, she's going to do it and be cool and not
Yeah.
make you feel like an asshole about
Right.
it. But
That's
then
the trade-off.
Once they're gone, that's it.
I don't know. You know, that's
if they come back, you marry her.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah.
I've definitely had people make a been like, all right, that's enough for me. But
I don't think I've ever had that. I don't think I've ever
You've
had
never
the
not been
problem.
hard.
I don't think so.
Wow.
Maybe like
boozing?
after the second time or something. Like after
Second
I mean,
time.
I misspoke.
second
please.
discreet meeting.
No, like after, like if I've, I'm a premature ejaculation man
Bust
myself.
fast. I see.
You know
You have
what I
the
mean?
exact opposite.
Kid moves
Too
quick.
much excitement.
Too much. Yeah, I'm revved
See, that's
up.
the thing. Yeah. Dude, anyone can stay hard for 30 seconds. That's the thing. My dick is hard the first 4 minutes of sex. It's the
4
back.
minutes. What are you, a porn star? Jesus Christ.
When I know my
That
dick's
explains a
no
line
good.
of ladies out front.
Fucking Caligula over here.
It's just sometimes I just know I'm like, we gotta get the penetration fast. I can feel that where I'm like,
I never
I'm
lose
wasting
it.
a lot of hard dick in my jeans right now. I'm sucking on titties on the couch. We gotta get this in a pussy fast.
The zipper's getting
It's
all
like,
the action.
go. Sir, we don't know how much longer we can keep this up. It's like in my
has been
balls,
pulled,
putting
yeah.
fucking, shoveling coal into my balls to keep my dick hard.
You're holding the line at Bastogne.
It is going to slip, sir. His penis cannot stay out.
They need reinforcements, or they will all die.
The dick pill he got from the gas station was just melatonin. It is not going to work.
Those are great.
Gas station dick pills?
No, not gas station, but
the real guys.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're all right, man.
We are living in a pharmaceutical revolution. They are
Love
making it so easy to stay incredibly fat. They're making it so that
They are.
you could just burn bright. You know what I mean? Like, they're like, look, we'll keep your dick hard. Don't worry about what happens at 50, 60. You know what I mean? It's like, use it all up now.
Sure.
A lot of dick pills, a lot of Adderall, a lot of, like, you can punish your body and make it functional against God's will.
Yes, yeah.
With pharmaceuticals,
Yeah.
yes, absolutely.
keep you up, keep you in the race.
Yeah, that's right. That's
what
right.
it's all about, baby.
Well, congrats on being able to grip your hard cock.
Thank you, man. Thank
Hank.
you.
That's what we like to hear around here.
And it just happened naturally yesterday. It was crazy because I was going to do my move.
Right. And you're like, what's this?
Yeah.
A hard cock.
Yeah, it was hard.
4 fingers on a hard D?
And I'm like, oh, shit. And then I like kind of did that. And I'm like, oh, my God.
That should be the Ozempic commercial.
Now I'm back to jerking off like a normal human being. Thanks, Ozempics. I'm still at a barbecue flipping burgers.
That's a good bit. That's dirtbag Ozempic.
Yeah.
It's like my dick gets hard. Interesting. Yeah, dude. I've laid my plan out. I'm watching you like I'm trying to get the charts from your doctor. I'm basically like,
He's the guinea pig.
is he gonna survive this? You know what I mean? I'm looking at Foley. I'm like, let's see his bone density scans. Let's see.
You're measuring his skull and stuff. You're gonna do that 360 camera. Hey, Foley, stand here. Let's scan you real quick. It's done for promo. It's promo.
I got the bone density of a mockingbird right now. Dude, are you kidding me? Could snap
Boy's
my
got
fingers.
hollow bones.
Snap my fingers like a pencil.
I'm like, yeah, put on this breathing apparatus and get on this treadmill. It's for a sketch, Foley.
He's got nodes all over.
I would say,
yes.
Unless it's the stuff that you don't know, which I guess that's what the worry is with it.
Right.
I don't.
Sure, that's the stuff you worry about.
I don't really feel anything like that. It's just the immediate side effects is what sucks. And I don't know how bad that is for you. Like,
right. You were saying burping and shit?
Yeah,
or
the
what is
burping
it?
and all that stuff.
Brutal.
Like, it's slowing down your digestion. I don't, obviously, I'm sure there's a concern what that does to the colon or the intestine, having like that stuff sit there or whatever.
I think it's coming out now. Like, I've seen more and more stuff. Like, it's like now, like every week, there's more and more doctors or people being like, this is wrong. I just saw something. So it's not even made in the U.S. It's made by a European company.
Come on, Didn't you hear what the guy said about his hard cock?
That's a win for fat guys everywhere.
Start slapping you around.
Well, there is the thing of like, yeah, it's probably not good for you, but like, is the way I live
No, of
now
course,
good for me? You know
but
what
it's
I mean?
also like I think the thing is like, all right, he's going to do this. The plan is to get off it at some
I'm
point.
off it now.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I took my last one. It was like a week and a half ago.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Now what you need to do is measure how hard your cock is to see if you stay effective. It's not even body weight. It's like cock hardness is the number one metric.
That blood
for you.
flow. Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Keep,
so you're off. Oh,
keep
okay.
the little guy
Interesting.
going. Yeah, I'm off. And it's weird because, yes, it's funny. Yesterday was like where I felt like I had like a rush of like not energy, but like I felt good because you really feel like you're sick most of the time.
Really?
Yeah, you feel like you have like a stomach bug.
That's so fucking weird.
Dude, the first time he took it, he's so stupid. The first time he took it, they were like, hey, man, these side effects are going to be real bad in the first 48 hours or whatever. Yeah. Like, it's going to be rough. And we were getting ready to do like a fucking 6-day, 6-city run. And he shows up to the airport. He's like, I took it last night. We're like, what? We're off the road starting next week for 4 months. Why would you do it and then get on 17 planes? This is insane, dude.
How horrible was that?
He was walking through Cleveland and be like, ugh. Like, why would you do this to yourself?
So what was the first 48 like?
That wasn't the first. That wasn't the first 48. That was when I moved.
That was the first dose. I remember going, why wouldn't you wait until this is our last run?
No, I think that was the first, if I'm not mistaken, that was the first like full dose because my endocrinologist really like I didn't just start.
You
with,
ratcheted
like,
you up slowly.
A high dose. Yeah, she really did. It was when that really started kicking in. I think.
No. It was the first time. It was the first time you ever took the. I vividly remember walking through. I think like Indianapolis, being like, "You are fucking stupid. This is all self-inflicted. Yeah. We have a 4-month break after Friday. Why would you do this? We have to cover 7 states.
Yeah, I don't think the burps and shit had started then. Though.
No. That was after the.
Yeah,
you just felt horrible.
It feels like you just had chemo or something like that.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
Brutal.
Like, give me a ginger ale.
But as a jumping off point, like again, I don't know what the the long-term side effects and all that kind of shit are. But I'm pretty good with like going to the doctor and like my blood work and all that kind of shit.
I think the best way to use it would be like he got this huge thing, like this huge kickstart to be like, all right, this is the impetus. I'm changing, moving forward.
My goal is I'm gonna keep the Foley tab open another 6 months.
Sure.
See if he makes it.
Keep eyes on him.
Yeah, keep eyes on him. Get binoculars. Yeah. Before you leave, he just fucking
Eldest is tailing him through Queens.
Eldest tag him under the banjo string. Put a little tab. Put a little Stavvy's roll tab. Yeah. We're getting some interference. He must be jacking off again.
Hey, this kid goes to town on himself.
He shut down comms.
And that's interesting because part of me was like, I'm gonna try and lose weight. Like just, I have a lot of time off right now. And then I was thinking like, it might be nice to get on it the next tour where it's like, or maybe a little bit before.
I think you want to
manage
before,
it.
yeah. So
but
you
just
learn the symptoms.
Learn the symptoms stuff, but like just to, that's always fucked my ass is when you get back on the road.
To be like, okay, I
just need a little assist. But
well, they say the Manjaro or whatever it's called.
Yeah,
is the symptoms are a lot. The side effects are a lot less. And that is, I think, if I'm not mistaken, that's a little more designer. That's a little more specifically
refined
for weight loss.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh,
and,
interesting.
Big J told me about something. I can't remember the name, but it's some acronym like ICB or something like that.
Was he just telling you about the Insane Clown Posse? Was Big J just telling you about
Violent J? You would love him.
Handed me a CD, like they're really good.
He's losing a lot of weight because he has like lead paint on his face. His Juggalo lead paint on his face.
He looks fucking great. We just saw him a couple days ago. He's fucking slimmed down. But no, there's something that you can take, and I did start to take like probiotics and stuff like that, and like digestive enzymes that alleviate that a little.
I love it.
Yeah. But I just saw something that it's a European company and they're not allowed to sell it in Europe.
Hilarious.
So like, and they're like,
which one?
All Manjaro and fucking Ozempic are made by the biggest European pharmaceutical company, and Europe is obviously like, what are you nuts?
It's also like,
just they literally just do their like annual reportings or whatever, and it's like through the roof due to Ozempic. They've recorded their biggest profits ever, and they're not even selling to their market.
Yeah,
nobody's fat over there.
That's the other thing. Yeah. They don't have the level of pig we have over here. They got 1 or 2. You know what I mean? It's like they might like. My uncle is fat as shit, and even he is like, he's like the fattest guy I know in Greece.
It's like
and it's
90s
like,
fat.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
George Costanza.
He is fatter than Costanza. Don't get me wrong. He's
But they
fat
don't
as
put the shit in the food over there like they put it over here.
I do. I actually. I mean, that is a stupid thing to say and think, but I believe it too. You know what I mean? It's like, nah, the food's different. But then I see my fat ass uncle who's had diabetes for 30 years. get a little fatter every year, and survive. And I'm like, yeah, their food is. And he eats like a fucking animal.
I mean, I think it's like very well documented that it's better.
Our shit is like. Well, our shit, there's a lot of poison in all our foods.
Yeah, that's
they just like to put a little poison in there.
Which I don't mind. I genuinely don't. My wife's like, we need to use like all natural cleaners. I'm like, that shit don't work. Get the Fabuloso, toots. Let's fucking go. What are we doing?
You saying your wife grew up in Germany?
Grew up in Germany. Yeah. She moved here.
She's German.
She's German, moved here. When we got married,
you know, like Germany's the only country that you say that. She's like German.
Yeah.
Little wink.
Yeah. She's actually Jewish, German Jew.
Oh wow.
There's about 9 of them.
That is rare, dude. Yeah, that is rare.
Well, they were Czech,
and they're like, yeah, get her out, send her to America.
I was like, I remember she was like, I'm not sure if I want to move to New York. I'm like, you are behind enemy. Like, we love you here. Come on, what are you doing?
Yeah.
But yeah, so she's like very like, you know, like she like laughs that I eat peanut butter and stuff. She's like, that's what they feed starving kids in Africa to like put like weight on them. They can't wrap. Europeans can't wrap their head around it.
That is a very interesting like Philly trash and a European marriage is very funny.
She doesn't she genuinely she sees my family and like. We went out. We just went out with my mom too. We took her out to like a proper like European Italian spot. Right. Not like chicken marsala and chicken fry. There's no chicken. It's like actual Italian.
No cutlets.
No.
Something Matteo would go to.
Yes, very much.
Yeah.
And like. My mom was like, I don't like that. I don't know this. What is this? What is that?
Where's the cream cheese?
Yeah. Can we get more bread, please?
Can we have some elbow noodles with cream cheese and fried chicken cutlets?
Yeah.
Oh, zucchini flowers are so good.
And she's like, you guys drink so much and you eat like, dude. If we go down to the Jersey Shore in the summer, it's like. Cheesesteaks, pizza, burgers. There's not a salad in sight.
That's so
and she's like, this is crazy. She's like, do you need to start drinking on the beach at noon? I'm like, yeah, what are we doing here?
That's fucking love wins, dude.
Yeah.
That's
I'm sorry,
beautiful.
did you win World War II?
Yeah.
Fucking make me call the boys back. Fucking go over there, level the place.
You want some
awesome.
more, huh?
Have you ever has there ever been like a family like some kind of like, you know, sitcom situation where both
Mar Wedding was the one time that everybody kind of together, and that was jarring for like, you know, kind of everybody involved.
Everyone involved, like what?
It was like a junior high prom where like everybody was on the one side and then all my family was on the other.
The Germans all had lab coats and safety goggles on, just writing down things in clipboards.
They're in hazmat suits.
Yeah, it was.
Don't touch them.
It's definitely a culture clash, but like everybody got together, like, and also it's so far that they don't mingle a whole bunch. Like my mom and her mom are, you know, pretty cool together, and like they hang when like whatever. But yeah, it's like, I mean, but it's like I thought it would be like, oh yeah, we'll figure this out in like 3 months, but it's like every day. I'm like, no, I don't do stuff that way.
Oreos are staying in the house. Stop throwing away the double stuffed Oreos.
They're vegan,
dude. Yes, I need them and the Cakester Oreos. They're different. They scratch a different itch. One is a hard cookie. Dude. One is soft.
Can I ask you that? Do you like the Cakester?
I don't, but I was looking for some for the riff.
Nah,
you know,
thanks a lot. Fucking speed bump.
I got too serious.
It's okay. It's okay. But
I had one not that long ago. And
prepackaged cake, cakey is no good usually.
Yeah, didn't love it.
You can really taste the preservatives in a way you can with a cracker-based prepackaged.
Yeah, those aren't great.
Not good.
Dude, the funniest thing of this is there's down by my mom's there's this like Italian gelatos, like it's not ice cream, it's Italian gelato.
Yes.
And my wife loves it, so we were all out to dinner. She's like, we're going there, I'm buying. She's telling us the kids it's ice cream. So then they show up and they're like,
what's it, fruit based?
Yeah, it's like rhubarb and fucking like ginger root. Dude. The kids all took a bite. We're like, this sucks. I'm like, just give Briars up the middle. What are we doing?
Nice shallot ice cream.
Okay. I was like, just get a box of the fucking cardboard black and white cookies that don't melt, the ice cream sandwiches from our youth.
Yeah.
The ones that you will literally hold their shape.
Have the yellow
if you
around
put them,
Yeah.
I'm like, we're not fancy people and we're not even trying to improve.
We
found out who we are, and that's what we're doing.
And gelato is a really good example of it.
It should be a middle ground, I think.
Because gelato is, it's so sweet, it's so rich, it's so good, but they give you like a little thing of it, and I want the fucking, you know, I want the mixing bowl of it.
Of course. I believe there's less milk fat in real gelato as well. That's part of it.
That's so good, though.
It is good. What was the menu at the wedding, dude?
At my wedding? We did something real small because we did
Totino's.
We rented out the basement of the Smith in the East Village because it was a city hall wedding and there was like
that's nice.
40 of us. So we rented that out and it was just like, you know, steak. There was like a little bit of everything. Yeah. Kind of family style-esque.
That's nice.
Yeah, it was all right. Open bar, no big deal.
You gotta have open bar.
Well, that's what she said too. She's like, "Do we need?" Because they're like, "Oh, it's $80 a person." She's like, "Do you need an open bar?" I'm like,
I mean that
they won't show up. My family will not. We can cut it in half.
No,
it's
not true. Don't have a wedding if it's not open,
dude. Bar. Especially in New York, if they were charging my uncles like $28 for an old fashioned, they would burn the place down. They'd be sneaking in coolers.
Yeah. I was at one and like we got they handed us 2 drink tickets. I was like, "What is?"
Oh my! Open mic? At a wedding?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Oh, that's brutal. Dude. Ooh, that hurt me. Yeah. I don't even want to get.
I wouldn't take them just out of. I just went and paid full price. I was like, I'm not fucking using a drink ticket.
Out of principle, I
crawled
can't.
my way out of that shit.
Yeah.
Fucking open mic. Yeah. So I'm fucking with drink
like, what can I get with this? Me, you feel like a kid at an arcade. You know what I mean? Like, can I get 3 spider rings and a shot of Jameson?
I'm gonna bet that marriage is not gonna last. What do you think?
Yeah. Yeah, no, they were both, you know, they're both very, you know, frugal and stuff like that, and they were on a tight budget and stuff like that, which I get.
Yeah,
you know?
But will it last or not?
I don't know. I think so.
You think so? Okay.
Yeah, I think
all right.
so.
We don't want to blow them up further. I just think any.
If not, I'm making a move. I'll tell you
that. Tell that guy how to grab my friend along.
Fucking yeah. Oh, really? Oh, yeah. Oh, that's right, Foley. I should remember. You're talking about Mark Norman's wedding.
You were there?
No, it was a great wedding. No drink tickets. It did. It was awesome. It was incredible. But I know in Mark's heart, he was like, a lot of money. You know, like
it's expensive.
I think,
but it was a great wedding. I have to tip my. It's truly incredible.
He came and we recorded an episode with him like the week before, like Tuesday, and like everybody was leaving Friday or something. And then on like Wednesday, he texted Foley, "Hey, if you and Kevin want to come to the wedding, come on down this weekend." I know. It's not an open house.
He's the man too, because he literally like tacked on a show to his wedding.
Yeah,
the night before.
So it's all a write-off.
Literally the night before they did a fucking show, and it was like every comedian who came in a day early. Just
that's a good time.
Didn't he have like oysters on a half shell floating? Or
dude, it was incredible. No. I want to say as cheap as Mark is most of the time, it was the opposite for his wedding. You have to tip your hat. And that's honestly how it should be. That truly is how it should be. There's a couple things in your life that are a big deal.
You should splurge.
Go all out. You know what I mean? Like fucking... Anyway.
It's easy for you to say.
Yeah.
I'm in the middle of planning one right now.
Oh, you want to talk about a guy getting bamboozled?
I love it. Oh, here we go.
Every Patreon episode has been the planning of his wedding, and he is retarded.
This whole year, he asked me if I've been getting scammed. I got fucking doing a room block, and I find out that if you don't hit the number, you got to pay for all those nights. I'm like, what the fuck?
First of all, he comes, he goes, I got us a great deal on rooms. I go, all right, how much? He goes, $650 a night. I'm like, where the fuck are we staying? $650 a night?
Where are you going to find that in Wilmington? Are you kidding me?
Also, tell him the day, why we're on it.
I'm getting married in Hawaii 3 days before Christmas.
Oh my god,
dude! Flights
are you fucking kidding,
flights
dude?
Are already,
you're so stupid, Foley.
Hey, your save the date should be here in a couple of days. By the way, I'm looking for you to spread a little cash around.
That's fucking insane, dude. Oh, 3 days before fucking Christmas.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. It works out perfectly.
Here's the thing. I'm an idiot.
Yeah.
It's you know
not a busy travel time.
Not expensive.
No one's gonna want to be with their families.
That's what I said. He goes, baby, we're doing Christmas in Hawaii, and I'm like, I gotta fly back on Christmas Eve to see my family. Dude, we did the math. I have to leave the hotel at 8 a.m. the morning after the flight. I then land at JFK at like 3:30 a.m. I have to get to my apartment, get my wife, my dog, and drive to be Christmas in Philadelphia.
So fucking funny.
Take the year off. Spend it on the island.
Spend it with fools.
Now, we got a lot of little kids in our family, so that was the easiest for my immediate family for for to do it, and most of my family staying there through Christmas. But
It's great for his family.
I'm aware it's a fucking huge jam up, and
that is so horrible.
I'm a very
destination wedding on Christmas.
I hate
11 hours away.
Truly one of the stupidest plans possible.
I like to keep it on brand.
What could you do that is worse? I don't like. Have it in Times Square on New Year's Eve. That's
everybody's just standing there peeing themselves. Yeah. We're all wearing diapers.
Have it at the Margaritaville in Times Square on January 1st. You're like, while they're cleaning everything up, you're like, look.
But the bird's from Hawaii, so it's like,
that makes sense for sure.
Yeah, it's really the Christmas that's the problem here.
But the whole thing is a fucking is a hustle. It's funny. I should have talked to Norman about it. I didn't think of it.
Dude,
the whole thing's
Hawaii
a scam.
and holiday, you're fucked.
I know.
There's no way this is not going to...
You got that good deal in the hotel room.
Yeah, you got the good deal in the hotel, though.
Yeah.
Got the resort fees waived. What do you want from me? Hey, bang out over
there. Yeah, Eldest, maybe we just take... If you don't have enough rooms, me and Eldest just going to come for the deal. We don't even
go to the wedding.
Yeah, we don't show up. We're like, we wave to you guys.
You guys are out at the pool.
We come in, we take our 2 drink tickets, guzzle them, and then we're like, all right, see you guys.
You two got all the bridesmaids. They won't come. You're going to hang with these guys.
He's disgusting. Get off of him.
That's fucking awesome, Foley.
Yeah,
that's great.
But the whole thing is a fucking scam, man. Like you get the estimate from the caterer. It doesn't include like silverware and glassware and this and that. They sell you a fucking shaved ice cart. Then the cart, you got to pay for the cart, the umbrella, the fucking wheels.
I heard him going reading emails. I was like, dude, there's no way this is going to go off without a hitch.
No.
Brutal.
What's the number you're trying to keep it under, brother?
What, the number, the budget?
Yeah.
I wanted to keep it around 50.
Right.
Because I'm fucking 48. I can't ask my fucking mom to fucking help me fucking pay for the wedding.
I mean, the fact that that's even in your head is crazy. The fact that you're like, I can't do that, hoping she will. You know what I mean? That's actually in your...
I don't want to have
God forbid that happen.
I said, you should treat this like a 5th marriage, dude. You're 50. This isn't young love, like where everybody wants to go to Hawaii and see you get married. You're 50.
You're gonna be a 50-year-old man. That's awesome.
And I'm upside down in a wedding. Yeah, and we just started.
You just paid off the couch. You just paid off the couch.
I'm double down. Yeah,
that's hilarious.
It's not going to be 50.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Plus all the other shit, the flights, the fucking what are we going to do for Christmas?
Yeah.
This, that, and the other thing.
But
they're busting my balls to take them to Pearl Harbor.
To Pearl Harbor.
Brutal. Yeah,
dude, his family is so gloomy.
God, that's hilarious.
Who wants to watch their son get married, then go to a massacre? That's crazy.
That's all they want to do. We can go to Pearl Harbor.
That's fucking hilarious, dude. Christmas at Pearl Harbor. Goddamn.
Oh, dude, it's been fucking
I mean,
insane.
to be fair, though, the fact that you should think of it as like you actually probably should have. This should be a 3rd marriage.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, 100%.
So 50.
You guys are settling. What are we talking
60K, you know what I mean? It's like over 3 marriages, not so bad.
That's not so bad. Yeah,
you know?
If you take it over the aggregate,
if it was
it's
a true 3rd marriage, though, this would be at like the fucking Plymouth Meeting Marriott.
Yeah. It would be
a lunch. We'd be doing a lunch.
It would be at your son. It would be in your son's backyard.
Yes,
is where it would be if it was
Dude,
hers.
My dad's second was Vegas. We were all in it. My little brother was the ring bearer and stuff.
God.
It was rough.
It was like a little Elvis,
dude. It was like a line too. Like we were like had to wait for someone else to get married.
Oh my God!
And then like they moved with their family out. Then we moved in. It was rough.
Oh yeah, that's trash. That's real trash stuff. To take your children to Vegas for the wedding.
I thought that was the richest I ever felt in my life. We were at the Bellagio when it just opened. Talk about new money.
Where was his 3rd?
I don't know if the 3rd ever officially happened.
Yeah, okay.
They did get divorced.
But you see how I asked that, and I was right about it.
I think he's still playing the field a little bit.
I love it. Well, this is great, boys. I love getting new embarrassing content out of Foley's. Always nice. And now let's take the wisdom you two have accrued over the years and apply it to our friends. And by the way, guys, listen to the podcast. You guys are on tour. Let's plug some stuff here in the middle.
Yeah, we're on tour right now. We just launched a 2024 tour. We're coming all over doing fucking theaters in a lot of places, which is sick. We're doing Town Hall in New York, adding a second show to the Wilbur. We're doing the Tampa Theater, Atlanta, Houston,
I love
Dallas.
the Tampa Theater, dude. It was great.
Yeah, it's awesome. So we're stoked. Everything's available at allyourgarbage.com.
Yeah, go see the boys. Go see the boys. They put on a great show.
Thank you.
And leave us a fucking review. We're trying to get the podcast to be more successful this year. We're trying to make some efforts on it. So give us a 5-star. Leave a nice review.
Yeah, start with a new couch. You know what I mean?
I need a fucking new couch. I need a nice. I need a car that'll impress my trash friends.
Check out an aviator. I know the guy for you.
Well, Kevin and Henry, that's a very good point. But again, I really don't think you guys are protecting your data, your privacy online. You're really not. Okay, you seem like to me the kind of guys that use the internet without a VPN. You know what that's like? That's like leaving your laptop out in a coffee shop, Hank. That's like you, Henry, getting up to buy a scone and then leaving your laptop for the world to see. You'll probably be fine, but what if somebody goes on there, buys themselves a little shirt? What if someone goes on there, maybe downloads some stuff you don't want associated with your name? Well, that's why you got to be using expressvpn.com, baby. Every time you connect to an unencrypted network at a hotel, we're traveling all the time, at an airport, I'm on Wi-Fi, I'm on go-go Wi-Fi, all that kind of shit. Any hacker on the same network can gain access to your data. We're talking passwords, we're talking credit card numbers. It doesn't take much knowledge to hack. You watch a YouTube video, some fucking guy halfway across the world is taught you how to steal people's information. Anyone can do it. Your data's valuable. Hackers can make up to $1,000 per person selling personal info on the dark web. They could probably get you for other stuff too. I love ExpressVPN. It's here's how it works, and it's kind of look. Am I a technical genius? No, but as I understand it, it's like a sort of like a tunnel. Your shit's safe in a cocoon. ExpressVPN shields it from motherfuckers taking your shit. Creates a secure encrypted tunnel between your device and the internet. They can't steal shit with ExpressVPN. It would take a hacker a supercomputer over 1 billion years, my friend, to get past ExpressVPN's encryption. I like it personally. It's easy as fuck to use. Fire it up. Fire the app up. Click a button. You're good to go. I have a ton of shit, right? I got a phone. I got a couple phones. I got a tablet. I got an iPad laptop. I got a tablet. I got an Amazon tablet that I watch Reacher in the sauna with. I have plenty of devices that are connected. It goes on all of them. You don't have to worry about them. And it's important to me personally to use ExpressVPN because, look, we do a nude calendar every year. I don't want somebody hacking in and seeing my little penis soft. All right? And plus, you know, I guess all the other stuff, finances, privacy, all that. But mainly, my little dick is out. If you hack me, you can find how little my penis is, and I need to safeguard that. So what I want you boys and the listeners to do, secure your online data today by visiting expressvpn.com/Stavvy. That's expressvpn.com/Stavvy, and you can get an extra 3 months free. expressvpn.com/Stavvy. Get to it now. Go ahead, Elders.
Hey, what's up, Stav? Long-time listener, first-time caller. So, been married to my wife for 12 years. No, 14 years.
Okay.
And, I just recently told her, admitted to cheating on her when we were first dating.
Ooh.
When we were 16.
Oh.
And
16.
Now she's pretty pissed off. So yeah, did I fuck up and
buddy, keep that shit to yourself.
Myself, or is she kind of being reacting? Yep. All right. Thanks, Dog. Love you, dog.
I mean, this is tough because
that was made from the business center of a Hamptons Inn.
Yeah.
Because he got thrown out of the house.
Yeah, he's at an extended stay America right now. He's got a couple lean cuisines in the little freezer that comes with his sad hotel room.
She's freaking out. I don't know why.
Yeah, I mean, look,
16.
Up until you said 16, like. The fact that it's 16.
Listen, it doesn't matter, obviously, but it's like, why are you telling her that? Like, that's all. There's no way she's going to take that and try to be like, okay, cool, and move forward. Like, she's just going to start thinking of who was she, when was it, how many times? Like, that's just stupid to me.
16 is so like.
But there's no positive emotion.
They're 30.
Sure.
And she gives I mean, I know you're right. It's not going to be positive.
There's no positive can come from that.
The only thing I could say at this point, I mean, the cat's out of the bag for this guy now, right? He did it, right?
Yeah.
He didn't call and say, should I say this? It's been eating me up inside. I also, like, what kind of cheating are we talking about here? Are
16,
you, if you're
so it's
16,
like...
did you fuck another 16-year-old? Were you guys officially, were you officially dating? Did you just make out with someone? Like, I need a little more context here. But anything short of, like, I guess fucking someone completely behind her back, I don't think is a huge deal.
I think even if they did, they were 16.
Yeah, of course.
Who gives a fuck?
No, yes, of course. But it's also like this woman now 30 or whatever, 14 years later is like, well, why the fuck do I want to know? It's like when someone's like, hey, this guy was talking shit behind your back. You're like, that's not for me. I don't want to hear that. What the fuck? Say that to your fucking... Now I have to deal with it. You felt weird about it. Now I got to deal with it. What the fuck?
Yeah, he should have kept his mouth shut.
That's a good point.
For sure.
Because he's kind of, if anything... He's trying to absolve himself of the guilt.
It's self-motivated to me. Like, I mean, that doesn't just like slip out.
Yeah,
like, oh yeah, remember when I was fucking Shelly or whatever?
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, it sucks.
So now he's done it though, right?
I'm sure he'll get past it, you know.
And now that you have done it, I think the thing is like, the thing to do here is just say,
do it again.
Double down, baby.
Yeah, fuck someone now and be like, see. Isn't this way worse? You should have let it slide, and now we wouldn't be here.
Or does he give her? I mean, not that she wants this, but does he give her a pass?
No,
a pass now.
The pass is crazy.
I mean, I would be thinking about that all the time.
What
if I did that? Told her, I would be like, she's for sure gonna fucking cheat on me to get me back. Yeah,
it's not equivalent. She gets to like. That's
what I would do.
She gets to give a. Yeah,
she gets to finger Foley, and we'll call it. Yeah.
There you go. Where you kids live at? Huh? I'll be down in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, I mean, look.
I get both sides.
You probably should have kept it to yourself. But now that you've said it, I think the only thing to do is kind of, which probably is what he was trying to do, is be like, I just want us to have
move through
complete honesty. Like I've never kept anything else from you. This is the best relationship of my life. I want to be with you forever. And it just bothered me that I had anything that was not truthful.
Sure.
There you go.
I think that's your only kind of thing to do here.
It's also like you're going that far. You're like, there's nothing. It's that thing from 14 years ago has been eating me up.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
There's nothing else. I had to get it off my plate.
And wow her for a little bit. You know what I mean? Some, really be fucking real sweet to her.
Yeah.
Fucking dinners, all that kind of stuff. Make her feel like she's the one.
You got to just accept the doghouse for like a couple months here.
Yeah.
Just let her get it all out on
and
you.
use it as an opportunity to really not. I mean, if that was the only secret you had in your relationship, that's kind of good.
That's all.
And
you're a
keep
fucking
the slate totally clean from here on out.
Yeah, that's actually really
Commit
good advice.
to it. But yeah, I don't know. You're fucking dumb for saying anything.
Yeah, you just got to talk to her. But yeah, just get
I'd love to know what he meant by cheating. I mean, that would be crazy. And also, like, 16. They've been together 14 years. They've been married 14 years, so they might have been dating even longer.
Yeah, so there's so much stuff that goes into it.
Also, it's like, has she ever fucked anyone else? Did he even fuck that girl? Like, that's also weird.
Yeah, it's like, what happened? When in their relationship did it happen?
My interest is certainly piqued. But either way, none of that is useful for your predicament. I'm just kind of curious. But anyway, whatever. You fucked up. But now parlay it into being a really good, honest guy. Next question, LB. Thanks, guys. I'm a fucking very wise man.
So I got a question. I'm getting back into the dating life. My girlfriend is leaving me. I also have herpes. Those are barely related.
Nice, dude.
But I've been kind of wondering how I'm supposed to pitch this to ladies, how I'm supposed to even, I'm probably never getting my dick sucked ever again. I reserve that for heaven whenever I'm dead.
Really? You don't think you'll ever get head again?
Assuming I'll get there. The real issue is that people keep saying to date people who also have herpes, but that just means I have to date somebody who's as irresponsible as I am, and probably has their life is just as much of a mess as me.
First of all, shut the fuck up. First of all, you definitely are worse than a lot of people who have herpes. Let's start there. You are not. Stop looking down on these people.
Yeah, I think it's
my guess is he got it in way worse ways than a lot of women. I mean, not a lot, but there's a sizable percentage of women that got it because of dickheads like him.
Just catch it because of some
guy was
like,
a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Like, that has happened. So let's relax about this. Anyway, keep going, Eldis.
But yeah, I already am like kind of autistic and like have like a personality disorder. So people also say to date people like that, but you see that the pie chart is getting real
personality
small here.
Disorder and herpes.
But yeah, all right, thanks, Stavvy.
Well, he thinks he's better than that.
If this is on Patreon, make it a clip, please. On YouTube, I'm poor.
Fuck, this is a free
see you, baby. Good luck.
God. I almost want to make it a Patreon just to spite this guy.
We'll edit this out and put it into a random Patreon. We'll put it on the back end of a Kush Bros.
Yeah, your vibes are fucked, dude. You're already a fucked up, like being like, oh, I gotta fuck a bitch that's as bad as me, or like statistically, the pie chart.
How old he is? Did he say no? This seems like mid-20s problems.
Yeah, yeah.
Whereas, like, dude, if you're into like 34, you're like, who gives a fuck?
Well,
like,
exactly.
Just get through it.
What's going on here is that this is mid-20s problems, or like mid to late, because it's like his vision of what life was going to be like is being taken away from him.
Yeah, and I know that.
And he's struggling.
I've waited for test results to come back where I've really come to terms with all this, so I know what he's going through, big guy.
Yeah, I mean, look, you're being way too judgmental about people with herpes. I'm not saying you have to go on some fucking herpes-only dating site.
But try it. Who cares?
But it's also like, and then the personality disorder, it's like, first of all, I think herpes is way blown out of proportion. I don't have it, I must say. Anytime you come across as pro-herpes, you have to be like, it's, but it's like, whatever. It doesn't really, if people are on their fucking meds and you're fucking with a condom on.
Yeah, I think there's a lot more information now, too, of like when it is transmittable.
Do you get cold sores?
No.
I get cold sores.
Yeah.
Just on my lip, one or two a year or something like that.
Not on that little dick of yours, though.
Not on my little fremulon.
Pristine. So yeah, dude. I mean,
I would say take a beat, take a breath, reanalyze. Like, yeah, it seems like you're coming at it a little. You're shameful about having it, and just whatever. Talk to people and be like, hey, this is the thing. If you find someone you like, be like, hey, this is the thing I'm dealing with.
You're right. There is a lot of shame, and there's also there's also a lot of like, I really wonder what happened in his relationship. I don't want to maybe I am judging this guy because maybe his personality disorder, and I don't know if he actually is autistic or if he's just doing the thing everybody claims that they're autistic now if they're being dickheads. But like,
I didn't know that was
I find him a little, oh dude, so much. It's become almost hack to say you're autistic now.
Start leaning on that.
You have no way anyone would believe you're autistic. You lack the attention to detail that the autistic have.
Down syndrome, maybe.
1/8 Downs, maybe.
There's 145 words in that typewriter.
Nice try, dude.
He called it a typewriter, I think. Is that what you said? Or
somebody give me some toothpicks, will you? God damn it. Bullshit.
Yeah, dude, look, take a little fucking break.
Yeah, figure it out get okay with it with yourself of what life is going to be moving forward, where you're at.
And there's no pitch to the ladies. There's go on a date, see if you like someone, and when you start getting into an intimate situation, just fucking be like, hey, just so you know, I'm herped up, but I'm on my meds. As long as you're taking your meds and shit, yeah, you should be good, dude. Don't be a fucking loser. Don't be so down on yourself, and don't be so down on the herpes community.
Yeah, but I get it. I mean, that's
go get him, kid.
That's a curveball when you're expecting something else. You know what I mean?
It certainly is. You don't want one more stumbling block if you already don't believe in yourself and you have some kind of, personality thing that doesn't let you get close to people or some shit. I don't know what his thing is, but I get it. But you just gotta get over the breakup first, and then just attack dating like anybody else. And yes, you have one more thing that some people, it'll be a complete red flag for some people, but for other people, maybe they have it, or maybe they're just cooler. It's not a big deal.
Yeah.
What else we got, Eldest?
Yo, Stavvy, what's good? Gas, what the fuck is up? Eldest, what's good?
Okay.
Yo, Stav, looking for some advice. Going on a little trip here with my friends. And they're bringing their girlfriends, and I'm the only single dude, which is fine. I'm cool with that. It was my trip. I invited them anyway. But my problem is this couple that I'm going with. The guy, my best friend, he's my homie. His girlfriend, she's cool too. She's good. But together, man, they are so fucked. They drink way too much. Last time we went to Seattle with my boy, he just got way too drunk, way too stupid. Had to put him to bed. And when they're together, they tend to do this a bunch. So I'm just wondering, like, how do I deal with this? You know, we're crossing the border. We're going from Vancouver to Portland. I don't want to ruin this.
You don't make an international incident.
I'm kind of worried about it. She's known to ruin trips. She's known to, overreact. So what do I do? How do I make sure that this trip is
you're ruined.
There's nothing you can do.
Yeah, dude, what are you nuts?
Yeah, it's like, hey,
Stavvy, love you,
I
buddy.
let two big cats. I let
two banshees into my hotel room.
I let two hyenas into my hotel room, and I have a really nice ribeye I'm trying to save. How do I keep these wild animals from the ribeye?
Yeah,
you're fucked. You are fucked. There is nothing to be done here. We're getting a lot of early 20s realization.
I was just going to say, that's mid-20s shit where you're like,
that's true.
Steve is still doing this, and you just pounding your head on the wall, be like, don't ruin the trip, Steve.
This is the lesson you need, so in your third, you never do this again.
Yes, like going on a trip with a couple you're even sort of iffy about.
Dude.
Because the dynamic's already not great.
No.
He's already down in the count. He's the only single.
If they were the sweetest people on earth, it's still a fucking no. Separate your boys from their girlfriends.
It takes a while. Like, we went to fucking I was actually in a semi-similar position where it was like me, Eldest, another friend of ours, that we went to Greece. We met up in Greece. They're in relationships, but like, I had literally lived with both Eldest and his wife. I had lived with my boy.
It's a tighter circle.
And it was like, and we had but it's like, you're literally up against, you have to be friends. Here's how it worked. We've been friends for 30 years, and I've known his wife and been roommates with her, have a good relationship with her. My other buddy, I've known him for 15 years, and I've been roommates for 8 years. It's like, that's what it takes. You're learning, like, the only way to go to be a third wheel or a fifth wheel is if it's like your best friend.
It's gotta be like family shit.
It's gotta feel like family. Yes.
These are like, hey, I can talk to her. Me and her can go grab coffee, and it's not weird.
Exactly.
And we can she's gonna go for a walk. I'll go with them. Like, it's gotta be.
You know what?
It's gotta be like your brother, like you and Eldest. It's like, all right, this is my sister-in-law.
Not be a nightmare. I assume his wife's not a nightmare when she
I've heard
drunk.
stories.
Yeah. That's a really good test. Can you have a good lunch, like a pleasant lunch, and can you survive a whole day with these women?
Yeah.
Right? Like, that's 2 hours, is it actually straight up fun? Is there a scenario where you look forward to this? And then if it's a whole fucking day, could you guys survive it?
I know.
And that's a lot. That's a hard bar to cross.
Also, too, is it a situation where you and the girlfriends can check each other? Like, this sounds like with this lady, if she starts acting a fool and you're like, Tammy, stop, man! What are you doing? Like, you talk to me like that.
Yeah.
But if I would assume that you guys have the relationship where if you were acting up, his wife could be like, stop her
for sure.
Hey, take a chill pill. Let's
take care of each
let's
other.
step outside or whatever.
Yeah, and then I punch the wall and I'm like, Eldest, control your bitch! She's talking to me. She's telling me not to get fucked up. Can I see you outside for a second?
Your wife sucks, dude.
Dude.
I'm gonna kill myself. This was my trip, and you brought girls to it.
There's nothing like a good I'll kill myself. That's the best. I've been really leaning into that lately. I love it.
But yeah, dude,
this has to be the last one, dude.
You're
the last
so
one.
fucked. It's hilarious.
And even if it's it's gotta be the last one with your boy too. If he's just a constant fucking issue. They're like, hey, Steve doesn't come anymore. Like, Steve, you proved you can't do it. Give Steve a year, let him learn, and if in a year,
that's true. I've had friends who have lost their trip privileges.
Oh yeah,
for acting up. For sure. Yeah.
But you're just like, all right, and that's.
I've been on that list
as you get older,
and I deserved it.
Yeah.
But if these people are in their 20s, I can tell. You're not going to be friends with these people in your 30s.
No.
Right.
You're not.
Right. I mean,
that's the thing where you go like, oh, this isn't worth my time anymore. Like, you're still 20. You're like, this is endless or whatever. Like, there's days forever. This is great.
Right.
Once shit starts happening, you're like, I have one free Saturday this month. I don't want to spend it getting thrown out of you know, a hula hand.
Holding your girlfriend's hair back as she fucking vomits out of an Uber.
Yeah.
While I get no pussy whatsoever. That's not how I want to
There are a few things worse. Than your buddy's out of control drunk girlfriend. There are few things because
they have diplomatic immunity. You can't treat them the way you want to treat them. You can't treat them the way you can treat another dumb bitch that's too drunk. You're gonna be like, oh, you're protected under his consulate.
I did do it once. I did it once to my buddy's girlfriend. We were in college. Same shit.
Yeah.
It was like something, and somebody spilled it was like walking by her like this and spilled like this much beer. Another buddy. And she fucking threw a drink in his face. She's like, "You fuck! I just spent fucking all day getting ready. You fucking."
God.
And I snapped. I just like, she should have left you in that fucking sicko parking lot where we found you, you dumb bitch. You're fucking trying. Just lost it.
You should have just thrown a drink right back at her. But yeah, this guy he's up against actually two mid-20s phenomenon, which is because when you're in college, it's like, bring it. You'll go to fucking Cancun with a guy you just met, right?
You meet him at the airport.
You don't give a fuck,
best friends
right?
when you get down here? Like, it doesn't matter.
So he's up against realizing that. It's like your time gets more precious. You have to choose your travel companions. And he's up against doing the math on hanging out with couples. And then the third thing he's up against is the out-of-control drinking where it's
Raving
like,
lunatic.
What's cute in your early 20s by 26 is pathetic.
Exponentially pathetic.
And he's just starting to realize he finds this behavior pathetic. He can't even fully bring himself to say it.
I would love if this guy's like 42.
then you're a loser. Your friends are losers.
I'm in my mid-60s.
Lose my number. Lose the hotline number. We don't want you listening if you're 40. I'm not kidding. Next question, Elders. God damn, could you imagine? I guess that does exist.
Hey, Stavvy. First off, huge fan of the show. I also just watched your special, and I thought it was great.
What a gal.
So I'm 22, almost 23,
and
I'm moving to a new city this year. I just graduated from college. And I really want to get back into, the dating world. I had one boyfriend almost 3 years ago, first and only boyfriend. And I am a hopeless romantic. I want to be in a relationship, but
this is tough.
I'm honestly kind of scared of men, and I don't really see myself as a sexy woman, like someone that a man could be sexually attracted to. I'm more just
my little sister. I'm gonna give her a pep
a cool person. I think I'm cute, but I don't really see myself in that way, and I get very uncomfortable in romantic and sexual situations, and I feel a lot of fear and honestly a little bit of shame in those situations. And so I'm a little conflicted, and I just don't know how to get over this fear and this anxiety and sort of get to a point where I can accept myself as a young woman who's sexually attractive.
Why did you play this?
Fat guys tell
why was this? Are you garbage?
This is above your pay grade.
No. First of all, it's above yours, Foley.
I got this.
Okay, me and a couple broads on the couch. We're crushing this question.
100%.
But I got to take point, and I got to toss the ball to you on your fucking opinions on a 50-year-old man. You are over. This woman is less than half your age.
I said you get married in Hawaii or Christmas time. Find a guy who wants to do that.
Finish off the,
I really feel for her.
She sounds like a sweetheart.
Relationship for me. So if you have any advice, that would be great.
This is just Eldis' fault. This is more excellent producing by Eldis
for the rest of my life.
And we've had so many women on this batch, Eldis.
I love the show. Love the special.
Isn't there some guys like, hey man, I gotta burn all my penis from putting it in the Wawa nacho cheese dispenser. That's who we needed for these guys.
Wawa doesn't have nacho cheese.
I'm sorry. See these guys. I apologize.
You bite your tongue.
I'm sorry. There's no Royal Farms. We got nacho cheese. You fucking pieces of shit.
Love a Royal Farms.
It's a great best fried chicken.
Best fried chicken.
It's incredible. Okay, so I do feel for our friend here. This is tough.
She sounds very sweet.
Yeah,
also
awesome.
how it sounds corny, but how brave to you're moving to a new city, you have all of this stuff, You seem like you have a very good head on your shoulders.
100%.
And this is all the stuff that, you know, it's funny. I actually do really relate to her here because at 22, 23, I actually was going through. I mean, it's different when you're, you know, a woman. There's less. She has all the finding yourself stuff and the fear of like what scumbags and like how dangerous statistically men are to women, to young women particularly. But I definitely had the confidence issues and the like,
of course,
you know, trying to figure that shit out. And I will say, the 24th year of my life was right around the same age. Was awesome for me in terms of dating. I was actually I was a lot like her, where I had one long-term relationship in college, my college girlfriend, and even that, it was like I was kind of a coward because it was like I was her friend, and we slowly got closer.
Sure, it just by proxy.
And it just like, I just basically wore her. She was in a relationship, and I just wore her down kind of thing. And so I understand being like too scared and not feeling, I felt the same way. I didn't feel attractive to anyone. I didn't feel like I was desirable to girls. And so honestly, what I did was honestly just focus on myself for a while, where from the ages of like 22, 23, 24, you know, me and this girl break up when I'm 21 or maybe early 22.
Sure.
Actually, probably 22, maybe even 23. Anyway, whatever. We break up, and then I take a couple years of just really working on the shit I wanted to, which happened to be stand-up comedy. I am not telling you to become an open mic stand-up comedian. That's the worst thing you could possibly do. But I worked really hard on my dreams, right? I was saving a lot of money, too. Like, I felt like...
You figure more out about yourself that way as well.
Exactly. And I was preparing for this same move that she's talking about. I was going from Baltimore to New York, but I spent a couple years working on comedy, saving up money, making a real plan, sticking to it. I felt like a much more confident... I was confident in myself. I felt like I was the kind of person who had some other value, and that kind of boosted my overall confidence. And like, you know, it was, and I didn't get to like hook up with people because of who I was. I didn't get any DMs. There was no I had no fans. I was I was literally a below the poverty line open micer. But that helped. I started dating girls that were, you know, they weren't like comedy fans. They were just like people in Baltimore. I would go out. I would just like be social. I also invested in my friend group. I hung out with my friends more. Yeah. And when you're that young, you just meet people at bars. You do whatever.
Well, I think too, like this, like take like a bunch of the little wins to build up your it's not just going to happen where you change like, oh, all of a sudden I'm super confident and, you know, in control of my sexuality or whatever. It's like you're moving to a new city at 23. Like, fucking get to a new city, get that new job. You'd be like, and fucking be proud that like you picked up and moved at 23, which is fucking crazy. You got an apartment, you got a roommate, you got a job, you found 3 new friends. Like, and, you know, gain confidence in all those little battles, and then you're like, okay, cool.
And also too,
you'll slowly fall into it.
This is a very introspective thing for her, you know, to say, and then to have the courage to put it out there. You know what I mean? To say this. I mean, I think you're, you know, she's a lot more, you know, she's awesome than she gives herself credit for. Yeah. A lot of people, me in particular.
Yeah. 23 years old. Huh? You had no plan?
No, I got to that same roadblock in life, and I turned to fucking drugs.
Yeah, right.
And people that are out there, people that are out there in her age group, they can't handle. Most people can't handle looking in the mirror like that.
It's brutal
and staring into the abyss.
That's a good point.
And she can.
Yeah. And
it's like you're ahead of the game if you're doing this math already.
Yes.
As you are way ahead of. I never talked to a 23-year-old when I even was 23 who was doing this kind of math.
That's actually a great point,
man.
You're killing it already.
You're in control of everything.
Dudes want to fuck you. They do. Where's my camera? Like,
that's true.
For sure.
That is actually a very good point.
I'm a pretty gross dude. I've always been, and girls ended up wanting to. It just happens. You know, it's like. And you'll find, you know, you get a couple bodies on you, you get a little confidence. It's true.
But she's also saying she's not really into that. She's a hopeless romantic. You dictate what you want. You don't have to do all that other shit.
I'm just saying she might, being out with a girl that she works with, meet a guy, and it is the hopeless romantic thing. You know, you just got to stay in the game, and you're in the game. You're fucking killing the game.
I also think the move is such a huge, like, seismic shift.
Sure.
Where it's like, take some time. Like, I know you want to get into dating and everything, but like, take some time to really feel like you have a little foothold
in the city,
in the new city that you're in, and like that you're on like a long-term, like, you know, journey towards, you know, being who you're going to become. Moving to a new city is huge, all this kind of stuff. And so just take time to really feel comfortable. And I think, yeah, like what I was saying is like establish yourself for who you want to be over the next couple of years. And that's not saying you have to be a fucking, within that time frame, you have to be, you know, celibate, right? But it's like, I do think you should be, I understand wanting to date. I understand that stuff. But I also think like, if there's a little bit of time that you take to really focus on yourself, like in a non-cliche way, but it's like, you know, you're finding that shit out. And yeah, I mean, everyone is kind of, you know, insecurities are natural, right? Like that makes a lot of sense. But I think putting yourself out there to a reasonable amount with still having moving to the new city and improving yourself and working on yourself and doing stuff that makes you feel good, like I think all that stuff will improve your confidence. And, you know, like Kevin said, there's definitely plenty of people that want to fuck you. Maybe
who are I'm sure, very attracted to you physically and mentally and emotionally. Like, not just like I'm at a bar and I want to fuck you. Like, they're actually people who want to be in a relationship.
Seems like she has a really good head on her shoulders.
Yeah, very. I'm very impressed.
But so she's basically just saying she's uncomfortable. The shame stuff. I mean, that's fear, anxiety, all this stuff that you're talking about.
Normal.
Is so you know, it's so normal, and that unfortunately, it is kind of also like these roadblocks, these emotional roadblocks. It's like the answer. It's kind of like losing weight. It's like sometimes the answer is just like, for losing weight, it's like, yeah, I know I should just fucking watch what I eat and exercise more. And for this, it's really just putting yourself out there. And I the more I see her question, the more I really relate to it when I was in my 20s. Because, you know, I had a lot of hang-ups sexually. Like I said, I didn't think I was, I definitely had shame. I definitely had, like, you know, just not thinking I belonged, all this kind of stuff. And the only thing to do is put yourself out there. And it's, by the way, don't get me wrong, your fear and your anxieties, they are going to come true. You will meet some dickheads. Sure. Shit will be bad.
You'll have a weird situation.
You'll have a couple weird experiences that make you feel bad. You'll have some really good ones that then somebody you think is going to be great disappears. But you'll also have a lot of people. You'll find people that, you know, that's the only way to find eventually the kind of people, the kind of person you want to be with. And it's the thing we hit on this show over and over again. You have to take L's to win.
Of course.
The only way you're going to learn and the only way you're going to grow.
And you're in that position right now. And exactly, the fact that you're aware of this stuff, you're young, it's like, go make some fucking, go put a foothold in a new city, go on some fucking, like, casual dates, see what you like, work through your stuff. And I think in a couple years, like, the fact that you're this aware of it, and in a couple of years of doing this and putting yourself out there, and not just like cocooning and letting this anxiety take over you. Just the fact that you know it's anxiety is helpful, because that's bullshit. That's just your dumb brain trying to fuck your shit up.
I didn't know what anxiety was until I was 29.
Yeah. Go bust a couple nuts. Go have a nice time. Getting you apart. Get some roommates. You know. Getting you a job in a new city.
You also focus on socially at the moment. You know? Like, just like, hey, I got a group of friends, and then, you know, you get comfortable and see what happens, and they might know some, you know, whatever.
Totally.
Just put it on the back burner for the moment, but take it as it comes.
I think the general advice is you have follow your life plan and take steps to become the person you want to be. That will feed your confidence in all areas, and then take the dating as it comes, and it will come, and just remember to put yourself out there and don't get into a little cocoon of anxiety. That's really the general advice.
Damn, look at
and
that.
I think you're going to do great. Come on, guys.
Love it.
There's unlicensed therapy that you're getting here, folks.
And I tell you what, that kid's going to be all right.
She's going to do great.
Going to be all right.
She's going to do great.
What's up, Stav? Big fan. Been following you since Come Town.
Thank you, brother.
What's up, Elvis? You square-headed Slavic dog.
That is true.
Fuck you, buddy.
So, I'll try to make it quick.
This one's messy. I need your help, though.
Okay. This guy's vibe is a lot more "Are you garbage" so far.
Yeah. Now back to our regularly scheduled program.
Sounds like my Uncle Charlie.
So, broke up with my ex-wife maybe 3-4 years ago. Been dating another girl. Lived with her about 3 years. Me and my ex, we've been hooking up the whole time. She's the mother of my kids. Shit like that.
She's the mother of kids, so your grandfather into pussy from her.
She's been dating this dude about 2 years. I fucking hate his guts. He's a fag.
Drops a F
he
on
won't
him.
even fucking meet me in person because he's afraid of me.
Oh, really? You don't say.
And, we've been banging the whole time. And I still don't care about our kids.
I've been plowing his broad.
This is so awesome.
But she, recently just kind of re-broke up with me. We were going out and getting food on lunch, banging once a week, talking every day, and she basically just told me she couldn't do it anymore. It was too much. She couldn't keep doing the lie, and then told me she don't know whether she loves me more than she loves him. And basically is just essentially completely cut me out cold turkey one day out of
not really. Not really. You got divorced. And you had 2 years of extra pussy. I don't really know that you can call that cold turkey.
Yeah, walk away from the table, bro.
I love this guy.
Wow, this guy's awesome.
I went into a therapist, got fired from my job on top of all that.
Tough.
Damn,
Can't
sorry.
afford it anymore.
He got fired because he was getting pussy on his lunch break. Kept coming in late.
It's a super bummer. My kids hate this fucking guy. I hate him. But this bitch just don't want nothing to do with me anymore. Just cold turkey out of the blue.
It's not out of the blue. You are divorced.
Legally. The state intervened and was like, you guys are no longer together.
I do feel for this guy.
I
right?
do. I've been there. Everybody's been at this. I can hear it in his voice. I've been that guy.
The problem is, buddy, you didn't, when it was time to, when you had the obvious, like, okay, I have to move on. I have to set up co-parent. Because here's the other thing. The most important thing in a situation like this is your kids, right? And I get it. You still loved your ex. You didn't want to break up with her. But you did kind of, instead of prioritizing, like, all right, we got to get a good co-parenting situation here. We got to make sure, like, I want to have some say in my ex's life so that if maybe she's bringing around somebody I don't want around my kids, we can have that conversation. Like, maybe if there's stuff I don't like in their upbringing, we can have that conversation. But instead, you continued to, by the way, while having a different girlfriend who you live with. I mean, we're not even talking about that you're a piece of shit to this woman, right? That's a whole other thing we don't even want to mention.
There's like 9 victims in this story.
And you're not one of them.
He's claiming to be the victim.
On the victim power rankings, number 1, your kids. They're fucked. I mean, they are fucked.
Poor woman you're cheating on.
The woman you're cheating on. The guy that you hate his fucking guts. You've been cucking him for years. He's actually more of a victim than you. And then I guess it's a tie between you and your wife. The state of whatever fucking bullshit, the court system that you're tying up with your bullshit. Whatever. It doesn't matter.
Oh, it's Florida.
Yeah. It's anyway. So, yeah, dude, you had you guys broke up, and instead of actually taking the time to set up your life and set up some co-parenting and have a healthy relationship, you decided you wanted to keep getting pussy from your ex-wife, and you made a deal with the devil.
Yeah, I get it.
And we do get it. But
everybody's going crawling back. Everybody's been that guy.
But you're sipping on the poisoned well, and it's like now 3 years of poison is about to come out of your system. You
were looking back, not forward, man.
It's like, what do you mean you hate this guy's guts? You've been like. You lose all your fucking credibility. Like, if this guy even is a bad guy, now you look like a jealous ex instead of the father of the kids who doesn't want this guy around. And also think about this. Why do you hate his guts? Is he actually a bad guy? Or are you just
fucking
mad
the girl you're fucking.
He's fucking the woman that you, up until she cut you off cold turkey, just gave you a nice 3-year, opportunity to get used to it.
Yeah, 3 years of Cobra on the pussy.
I mean, that's
that ain't too bad.
That is a win.
Yeah, it's a major win.
But that's what he traded. That's what he traded, being able to have any say. It's so. Sorry, bud. You fucked. I mean, truly, you just did fuck up.
I think you gotta do what you should have done 3 years ago, and fucking you gotta keep walking forward, dude.
100%.
Walk out of the. Just keep going. Like, put it all behind you. Focus on getting a new job. Focus on being there for your kids.
For your kids first and foremost.
Yes.
This woman's gone, bro. You're not. And look, I'm not even necessarily saying you guys seem like you're such white trash that you might actually get back together.
100%.
But I'm just.
But you know what? Hang in there. She's coming back.
But yeah, that might happen. You can't bank on it. That's like,
I mean, he still has to see her and co-parent that if he shows that he's really getting his shit together,
she might turn her on.
She's coming back.
But that's what I mean. The only way to truly get back together with this woman in a way that might be sustainable is to completely let go of her, rebuild your life, be a good guy, and then you're in a position where you have to decide, do I even want this? Right? You have to completely lose this.
You might be a different person in 6 months where you're like, what was I doing? Now you get away from that fucking poison pussy. You're like, I got a little bit of clarity.
Yes,
Man, that was nuts. Like, I had this other woman right in front of me who's great or not or whatever it is.
Getting laid at lunch, man. Yeah. That's a tough give up, though.
And also cheating. Like, when did you guys have time to parent your children? You're both cheating on other people. All your free time is going to sucking each other off. How many ballet recitals did you miss with your thumb up your ex-wife's ass?
Kids?
Yeah, is this guy you hate taking your son to baseball practice while you fuck his mom?
In a Chili's parking lot?
I love how he also squeezes in, my kids hate this fucking guy at the end.
By the way,
matters.
I don't really know. I'm not exactly taking your word on your kids hate him. That's like you drinking a fucking a Mike's Hard and being like in the parking lot being like, yeah, Josh is a fucking piece of shit, right?
Yeah.
And your son's like,
I guess so, Dad.
Yeah, Dad, he's bad. Can we please get to school? I'm already 45 minutes late.
He's like, yeah, Dad, whatever you say, he's a fag.
Yeah. Call him a fag. Dunkin' Donuts is already, he's just like at the fucking drive-thru, like, they're giving away free donuts. I'm not missing it. Anyway. Yeah, dude, I don't know what the fucking... So anyway, just build your life anew. Say goodbye to this. You have to actually deal with the breakup. You didn't want to accept the divorce, and you plowed ahead thinking you could fuck your way out of consequences of her not wanting to be with you. You couldn't. You should have realized it then and there and tried to rebuild then. And I get it. It's human what you did, but now you have to, you reaped and now it's time to sow.
It's also like, how long did you think this was going to last? Like, you're playing with house money. No one's ever gone this long.
No, he thought he was going to just...
But that's what I'm saying. Like, there was no forethought of like, well, this has to stop at some point.
In his mind, it stops when they move back in with each other. I guarantee you, he thought this is the way to weasel his way back in.
But then he starts cheating on her.
Then it gets worse.
And then he starts cheating,
Then it gets worse, though, because then the fun and the whatever of it is out of it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
The allure is out. You're back at this household unit again.
He went about this in maybe the worst possible way. You've muddied your relationship with this. Anyway, whatever. We got it. We shit on you enough.
Take the daytime fajitas out of that relationship and it really dries up.
So, anyway, good luck, pal.
Yeah, ma'am.
Get a job. Get a job. Raise your kids. You take the L. That's it. And just take some time to actually heal from this. Hit us with another one, Eldo.
Hey, Stavvy, eldest esteemed guest.
Thank you.
Random question about feminine hygiene and how to bring it up to your lady. Starting to smell a little funky these days. I'm a fan of going down on her, and I'm trying to kind of show that it's a little funky by not doing it quite as much, but still a little bit funky. So how should I approach that situation? Thank you. And if this could be on a free show, that'd be great. Thanks.
Eldest, you have to stop. First of all, stop giving us pussy questions with the all-male panel. And also, do not reward the people that beg for it to be on a free show. Okay? Put them on a Patreon the next time. Especially when it's a guy who's like, hey, my girl's pussy smells bad. Can this be free? Come on, man. Use your fucking producing instincts. How many times? I don't even want to, What do you even say to a guy like this?
Yeah, conversation. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
Have you ever had to bring this up?
No.
No.
I hope I never have to.
It's been brought up to me.
And I stand by that.
And I think anything like that is, direct, loving communication.
Yeah.
And probably an easy fix.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You never know.
I agree. This does boil down to communication. It's not going to be, you should be like, hey, what's going, wash your pussy up for me a little bit. You want to rinse that on, throw that in the sink for a second?
Yeah, I got to throw a little deodorant down there, a little spray, a little something. You know what I mean?
Spray your dick before you get sucked?
I got to do like the under things.
The undergunt?
Yeah, it gets bad. It's no good. I want to be fresh down there.
Damn. God damn. I believe I've never had any. Now, has somebody been like, hey, why don't you rinse your cock off so I can suck it? I'll gladly oblige.
Of course.
She's going to go, if she's a fan, she's going to go, yeah, sure. Like everybody's aware of the current state of affairs, the temperature down there. If
right.
I went to the gym, the whatever, the something. Unless it's like chemical, then you got to fucking go get a pill or something.
Yeah. Unless it's like
chemical. Wait, you got Roundup or something?
No, I'm saying if there's like something
biologically
wrong, chemically wrong, where it's like causing some sort of something. But if it's just wear and tear from the day, tell her to hop in a shower.
Yeah, nothing.
And go in like, hey, let's hop in the shower.
Right. You start bathing 3 times a day.
And if it's not, be more concerned. You know what I mean? Maybe a trip to the gyno, whatever you got to do.
Right.
Stop by my house.
All right. Hey, take a look at it. Come here, you.
Yeah, good. I don't think this guy deserves a full enthusiastic answer. Next question, Eldis.
What's up, Stav? I love your show. Hello, guest.
Buddy.
Hey, buddy.
I'm sure you're a legend. So, I work a lot. I have my first little baby on the way.
Hey.
Congrats.
Some days I only have 1 day a week off. And granted, I eat dinner with my lady every night. I still see her a lot. But my 1 day off, I just really don't want to hang out with her, and I want to drink 1,000 beers with my buds and go golfing and play pool because it makes me happy. She makes me happy, but I can't tell if I'm an asshole that on my 1 day off I don't want to go to fucking Home Goods. You know what I mean?
I do.
Let me know if I'm a prick. I might be. Thank you, guys. Bye-bye.
Yeah, I mean, look, this is a reasonable thing to say if there's no baby on the way.
Yeah.
You're fucked. This is over. You're not going to fucking, like you're not going to get to go to golf every weekend. Like, if you guys were a young couple and you work constantly and you see her every day, you could probably argue for every other...
Sure.
You got to argue. You carve out once a month.
You got to.
Hey, the third
once a month
Saturday,
is the best.
I'm going out and babe. The past 3 weeks we done this. Let me just go get fucked up. I work fucking 80 hours a week. I'm at Home Goods the other days. Let me go get fucking twisted.
I would even say you could have it all if you could lay off, fucking drinking 50 beers on the course. Go say, hey, I'm going out and playing golfing with the boys in the morning. I'll be back at 1. When I come back, we'll head over to fucking Home Depot. We'll get something to eat. We'll do this.
You got that the wrong way. Home Goods in the morning. Get an afternoon tea time. Get fucking plots and then go home and sleep it off. That's what you do.
That's
one booze bag to another.
For
Hit
sure.
up your boy.
Yeah,
you never do shit after hanging with the boys.
No.
Fair enough.
You want to get your obligations out of the way.
But it's also like, I travel a lot and, we travel a lot and I have a wife and it's like, you do have to because you're like, I'm on the road. And then you're like, when I'm done, I just want to fucking chill. Like, I don't want to be like, my wife does want to go to Home Goods a lot.
And Home Goods sucks.
They don't have an inventory. It's just whatever's there. You don't know what you're looking for.
If you don't got a toy section, I'm fucking out. I need something to occupy my time for a few minutes.
I feel like I've done a very good job of being like, hey, babe, I need this day to either not do it. Like, I'm on the couch. I've been in 7 different states. I'm just chilling on the couch today. Don't ask me to do shit. Or also, carve out time where you go, your wife's pregnant, but, go to dinner and get drunk at dinner. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, hey, let's go out here. Let's go out to a nice restaurant.
It's just you're not going to get to do that every day off. No. That's crazy. No. You're not. And honestly, if you didn't have a baby on the way, I actually would have a lot more. I think you'd have a lot more leeway to get a lot more of these days in. But like, dude, that's over, bro. Like, at least for the next couple of years, like, cause it's gonna be really tough on her. I've had a couple friends who recently had kids. The mom gets so fucked in every way, where it's like her body's, she has to carry this kid literally inside of her. And then the first, like, 6 months, it literally just is an accessory to her. That's stealing all her nutrients through her tits. Like, you just have to be, and especially since you have the kid on the way, dude, you're going to have to just be there for your wife for a little while. And then, you know, I mean, for the rest of this kid's life, but the older
18 years,
the older a kid gets, the more you can kind of like, you know, the other thing is 6 days a week. What the fuck are you doing, bro?
Yeah, dog.
Is that even legal? Like, what is the?
That's a lot of work.
What's dude. What's the Can we get you a better job? Can we get you like better work? A better work situation?
Yeah, like, hey, see if you can,
she does have to appreciate that a little bit. Maybe he's got to work that many hours to, you know, to bring home the bacon for everybody.
Right. And if that's the case, maybe you could be like, hey, maybe go back to the once a month thing. But I think
once a month.
But I think once the kid's out, bro.
Oh, yeah, no, come on.
The first 6 months, you just got to be there.
Yeah, no, yeah, 100%.
But yeah, start in the afternoons. Tell your buddies, get a later tea time. Hey, we'll meet at the course at fucking 3:30. And then wake up early, do that with your wife, and then fucking go get torched.
I also think from a psychological perspective, this is kind of symbolic too, of like what he wants to do with his days off is cling to his youth.
Sure.
This is a little bit of like, he's feeling the pressure of fatherhood. He's in a marriage, like he's committed to this person, and even if he's into it, like
there's a lot staring down the barrel.
There's a lot that you're like, and so being like, I need to be away from you for a fucking day. Like, you can't have every day off. That's crazy, dude. That is crazy. But I understand the like wanting to make this more important than it is because it's symbolic of your freedom, and like saying goodbye to this will be difficult, but that is kind of what you have chosen here for a little bit. And so just know that it's going to be few and far between, and, see if you can sneak it in where you can. I'll tell you, I go and hang out with my friend and her kid a lot. We go and kind of just chill. Like, my best friend had a kid, and like, I'll just go to her house. We'll just fucking chill with the baby. We've all hung out with the little guy. So if like, do you have friends that'll just be around you? Like, you can play video games.
Yeah, have two of your boys come over
while your friend. You know what I mean? Like,
those are real boys too.
Yeah,
they want to come over and hang out with the kid.
Yeah, like, yo, I can't get out. Fucking grab a case of beer and come over.
I've watched football with a baby. You know what I mean, with a baby upstairs or whatever. Like, and also this kid, you're probably gonna have to be up with him. Like, there's other ways for you to hang out. This might be a perfect like gaming late at night with your boys setup, where it's like you're up with the baby. He's napping. You play a fucking couple games of Call of Duty, like
Fortnite, dude.
Little Fortnite. You can sneak it all in, but. Yeah, I fully understand the desire to do this, but like, you don't want to look at escaping from your life. You don't want to see like your life with your wife and child as like something you need a vacation from every week.
Because you're never going to get it. You're going to be chasing it once a week, once a month.
And that's your life.
You're never going to, that's where it starts.
It's a negative way to look at it,
You're never going to be fulfilled with like, I'm happy of just getting blackout drunk one day a month with my buddies. You need to change your perspective and be like, you
embrace that shit.
Yeah, get fulfilled from what you have in front of you.
That's why you got married. Why you got her pregnant in the first place.
Yeah.
Or also, like fucking Stavvy said, look at a new job where some of you work 5 days a week or something. You know what I mean? Like, you make the same amount of money, or maybe you just need a change in your quality of life where you're like, all right, I work 5 days a week, and I do have time for my wife and time for my social life.
Get an OnlyFans, dude.
Yeah, start putting your hole out. Well, and I also say everyone does. I don't know how old our friend here is. I don't know what his setup is, but there are years of like everyone who has, who carves out any kind of success, any kind of like, whatever comfort. There's always, there are years that are harder than others, and there's years where you're gonna have less social free time than others, and like, you might just have to put your nose to the grindstone the next few years to be more, you might not see your boys at all. You might not even hang out with your family leisurely that much. You might be working a lot to save up some money and to like feel comfortable with this kid, and that you'll get that back later on too. Life is long, brother.
Yeah.
It's, you might have a couple tough years with less hanging out with the fellas, but those relationships are for life. So good luck. Congratulations on the kid.
Congrats, buddy.
Yeah,
Eldest, you have something cute to take us out on, man?
Wise man, this Stavros Halkis.
Very.
Dude, I'm so
always pegged you as kind of a
dumb.
dumb.
Nah, dude. I'm
Not just a pretty face, man.
I know. I've gotten by on my looks all my life.
Stav, Elvis, guest, love the show, boys. I think it's an excellent show.
Thanks, man.
Got a question for you. Me and my fiance recently got engaged, and we're planning the wedding.
Congrats.
And I put a bunch of money towards this wedding every week, like over $1,000 a week.
$1,000 a week?
Wedding.
Making cash.
And we're starting to put together our registry for the wedding.
Foley doesn't
and
even
to be
do
honest with you,
that.
I really don't care about any of the stuff that my fiance's put on the registry. As a guy, I don't care about nice plates or dishes and knives and all this home good stuff that I really don't care about. However, I'd like a nice smoker. I just want to sit outside, drink a beer,
brother.
smoke my meat for like 6 hours.
Sounds fucking
and
sick.
just be left alone and just chill on the weekends. However, my fiance is saying that the smoker that I want is costing too much money. I guess my question is what do I put on this registry? Like, what do guys put on a wedding registry? Because I have no idea what I want.
Help me be a person.
I mean, yeah, cash is nice. I guess the honeymoon fund's nice, but other than that, I mean, I'm struggling to find anything on the registry.
What's a $5,000
let me know what you boys think I should put on the registry. Thanks,
I kind of get it.
Yeah, no.
I don't see a problem. Put the Traeger on the fucking registry.
It on there, man.
Put it on. I think some registries you can not donate, but like you can gift. Where like if you want
portion.
something that's 1,000, it's like Elvis can put up 200, you can put up 200, and it's like it shows you like, hey, you're 80% of the way to your goal. Or
maybe
whatever.
a couple of your boys get together and say, "Hey, we're gonna fucking let's hook them up with this."
Yes, do it that way.
Yeah.
See if that's an option.
And by the way, this is actually really not, like the guy we were talking to last time. It's like, fucking get a smoker, have the boys over.
Have the smoking boys over,
smoke
dude.
meat while you watch the kid. Sounds kind of fun.
But it's also like, listen, dude, if you're putting away $1,000 a week, you're making cash. You can afford to like.
That's another thing.
So it's like, dude, just put on the fucking. Would you get me the Uni pizza oven? Get that, throw that on there. It's a couple $100. Somebody can buy that. Then you can afford. I haven't used it yet.
Okay,
I'm doing no carbs.
Okay.
But I mean, I'm doing carbs where I don't need to be making pizzas in my house. You know what I mean? Like, there's a big difference between not doing carbs and then fucking being a pizza maker.
Yeah, sure.
But you can afford
Being a
it.
pizza maker.
So like just fucking. If she doesn't want to, don't die on this hill. Fucking throw something else on and then go buy it yourself.
I feel like the ethics of the wedding registry are like, make sure you have a range of prices on there, like range of price items. But yeah, put on a couple expensive things, and if someone wants to get it, someone wants to get it, and it's up to them. It's not like you're forcing anyone to buy you a smoker. So.
Also, you're putting away $1,000. When is the wedding? Can you put away 100 for a smoker?
Yeah.
Can you make it 1,100
and treat yourself to a present?
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, this guy's got to be making cash, dude. He's got to be walking with like
$1,000 a week's
He's got to
crazy.
be walking with like $3,000 a week.
I know.
To cover all your bills and be okay putting $1,000 a week away?
Yeah.
That's fucking, hey, my hat's off to you, big guy. Buy your own fucking Traeger. Invite me over. I'll bring my pizza maker.
And take the cash. Fuck the registry. Let her get her silverware and mixing bowls and all that stuff. I can't think of one fucking thing I would want on a registry.
I felt that, dude.
Except for a fucking smoker.
If my wife was like, what would you want to put on? I'm like, I would have no idea. I have no personality. I don't know what I would want.
Yeah, that's a great question. I mean, I think a smoker would be awesome.
Carton heaters? I don't know.
A race car.
I think, it would be cool. It would be over the top shit. It would be like
I want a kegerator.
Sauna, a kegerator. Yeah,
I just bought a sauna.
Yeah, me too. Electric.
Yeah.
Would you get an infrared? Or a real deal big dick one?
Big guy.
You putting that inside or outside?
Inside.
Inside.
It's for the time being. I'm gonna redo the garage and put a sauna.
Stop trying to one up.
Nice.
Like this is only a temporary sauna.
It's only a temporary sauna.
All right.
I bought a
Come over. It'll fit the three of us.
That you do. If it's got room for the three of us, you definitely got me beat.
It says 2 to 3 people.
Oh no! So one of us at a time.
Yeah, with the door open.
One's a watcher. Doing a little peeking.
Yeah, I don't know. You didn't have a registry, did you?
We actually did have an Amazon registry.
Oh, you did?
But I felt the same thing. I was like, I don't know, a blanket, fucking cups.
Nice sheets, expensive ass sheets.
Expensive sheets are nice.
You know,
think of some shit around the house that you could use. I mean, yeah, I really do feel like it's like, go crazy, add whatever you really want to on that registry.
I say put the fucking smoker on there.
Put it on, or also like do something that's in the world of smoker. If you're like, I like sitting outside for 6 hours drinking beers, get some cool fucking kegger, like refrigerate, like outdoor, cool like college boy fridge, or
set up the hangout section for sure.
And then just if you need to, pull the trigger on the fucking grill yourself. You got the cat.
No offense, if he's putting a jihad away, I don't know what she's putting away a week, but if the guy wants to put a fucking smoker on the registry,
I agree. I fully agree.
Zip it, honey.
I fully agree.
You got your shit on there.
I fully 100% agree. Let the fucking guy
have it. He sounds like a good dude.
I know.
Well, here's the other thing you do. You could even say like, buy me half the smoker. Like only put up like what you're saying of the like, help me fund half of my smoker, or like just even put a certain amount towards a smoker. Cap it at $3,000, even if it's a $6,000 smoker.
Yeah, what can you get a smoker for? $3,000, $2,000, $5,000?
Yeah, that's
come on, that's not that crazy.
I need a fucking smoker, bro.
Yeah, you do.
I need a smoker for Baltimore. All right, well there you go, buddy. Good for you. Good, congratulations.
Congratulations.
Keep the smoker on there. Put your foot down.
Listen,
don't let this fucking whore take over your life.
Listen, if you set up the link, DM me. I'll put money towards the fucking. I'll put money towards the smoker.
Actually, absolutely, we literally will. Literally send us if you will get at least $100 from Stavvy Baby Enterprises.
Yeah, if you can get it on, we'll double it. We'll get 100 from each of us.
100%
from Tootie LLC
and $5 from Eldis.
Hey, what am I made out of money?
That's almost his whole weekly stipend here. Every mistake Eldis makes, we deduct $1,000 from his yearly pay. And any mention of a non-sponsor brand name, we deduct. Eldis pays.
Oh, really?
Eldis pays that way.
Any brand name, or if they're a podcast sponsor that don't sponsor you?
That don't. So even though Helix used to be a sponsor, we mentioned them. That's coming out of Eldis' end.
He's running his mouth about Amazon too.
If it makes, he was. You're right. If he doesn't,
that's a big one.
If he doesn't bleep it, we'll see. If it makes it to air, he gets charged.
Guy myself.
Yeah. There you go. Well, thank you guys for coming on. So fun. We appreciate you.
Always a blast.
Go listen to the pod. See the boys live. And we will see you guys next week. Bye-bye.
Thank you, buddy. Peace.